Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Triple Crown Wargaming Studio, where you are joined today by me, James The Loremaster Lammin, and Scott The Duke McHugh.
Hello.
As we embark on another War Council game, and it's one I'm quite excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited about it as well, to be honest. It is a very sort of synonymous with Warhammer matchup, isn't it?
It certainly is. So, if you've not seen from the glaring banner that you've already looked at that's just faded out and brought our beautiful faces to view for you.
Lucky you.
Lucky you. You're about to see a game between the armies of High Elves and between the Chaos Demons.
Yes. Specifically, the Nurgle.
The Nurgle flavour, if you will, of Demon. So, it's this is a pretty competitive matchup. It's two of the best armies in the game, I'd say.
Yeah. Certainly two of the top probably 5 armies in the game facing off against each other, both with very competitive lists. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, I can imagine that people are going to feel more in your camp than my camp today because I think High Elves are seen as a bit of bullies.
Nobody likes a High Elf.
No, certainly not if you're Team Demon, you don't. But I think it's actually going to be a really interesting game because there's some really great tactics that you can employ to counter some of that stuff. So make sure you stick around to keep your eyes peeled for those. Probably the best way to put it. So I think let's start looking at the army lists.
So this is the Nurgle Demons army that will be facing off against High Elves today, and the comp score for this is a -3 in the Triple Crown comp pack. So we're going to start off with the big man himself, Epidemius, on the left hand side. He is my general today. Next to him, I have a Herald of Nurgle, who is the battle standard bearer. He has a greater gift and the greater Locus of Fecundity. Next to him, I have another Herald of Nurgle, who just has a greater gift. On to core then, and I have 2 units that are almost identical. Both are 31 Plague Bearers of Nurgle, both with full command, and one of them has the standard of discipline. Now, Epidemius is almost certainly going to go in this unit to give a boost to his leadership for his inspiring presence. Moving on to special, and we have 1 unit of 6 Chaos Furies with the mark of Nurgle. Next to them, we have 2 identical units of 4 Beasts of Nurgle. And then we have 2 units of 3 Nurglings. And finally, to round out the list, we have a unit of 4 Plague Drones of Nurgle with a Standard Bearer and a Musician, and the Standard Bearer has the Gleaming Pennant, and the unit has been upgraded with the Plague Proboscis. God, that is hard to say. But there we go, we got there in the end. And that rounds out the 2,500 points of Nurgle Demons.
Okay guys, you can see a raid before you now, 2,500 points of High Elves, and this army is a -4 on the Triple Crown GT comp. So very similar to what Scott tells me was a -3 for his list. So we're going to begin with our general, and that today is a level 4 wizard, Archmage, on the Law of High Magic. Now she is equipped with a Talisman of Endurance for a 5+ ward save, and she also has the Book of Hoeth, infamous High Elf item. To the right of her, you'll see our Noble Battle Standard Bearer. Now he has Dragon Armour, and he has the Enchanted Shield and the Sword of Anti-Heroes. Moving on now to our core regiments. So we have a unit of Lothern Sea Guard, which we have 26 of, and they have full command as well. They come with shields, and they come with spears and bows, and I've also purchased shields for them. Then you'll see to the right of them, we've got 3 units of 5 Ellyrian Reavers. Now, I haven't paid for any upgrades on these, so I don't want you to be fooled by the standard you might see in one of the units there. I haven't paid for it, so it's just 5 regular guys. So, on to our special choices, and there's some real big hitters in here. We're going to start with probably the littlest hitter of the lot, which is the White Lions of Chrace. Now, obviously, I'm speaking ironically. These guys are well known for being particularly strong and also flexible in games of Warhammer. Now, there are 25 of today. They have a champion, a musician, and a standard bearer. And the standard bearer is unsurprisingly equipped with the banner of the World Dragon, because you take it anyway, let alone when you are fighting demons. Now, to the right and slightly in front of them are our unit of Phoenix Guard. Now, there's 23 of these guys. They also have full command, and I've given them the Razor Standard. That armor piercing and really helps to pump up their strength 4. Now, you may be wondering where my characters are going. Well, these 2 units are going to be where they're put. So, the Phoenix Guard will be joined by my Archmage, where her Law of High Magic attribute can buff their ward save up to a cheeky 3+. And the Battle Standard Bearer will be joining my White Lions. And part of the tactics for this is dividing my 2 characters so that there's not an obvious place for Scott to either try to avoid or also for him to concentrate all his threat on. Now, getting back to those special units. To the right, you'll see my Skycutter Chariot. Now, this one has been equipped with an Eagle Eye Bolt Thrower, and I just think they're a lot of fun. I really like tucking these in. And if you're looking for a composition score point of view, you get a +1 for these, so they're a great choice for that too. Finally, we'll move on to our 2 Frostheart Phoenixes. You see the pair of blue boys there. Now, they can't be upgraded, so they just come as they come. And to the right of that, you'll notice my Tuned to Magic counter. Now, this is just a little thing I made. It twists. In fact, I'll show you the twisting action. And if we get an over-the-top shot, you'll see it's got the different effects that the Frostheart Phoenix can have on the Winds of Magic. So it just points to those to remind me how they work. And that's it. 2,500 points of High Elves, -4 on the comp score. Let's go demon hunting. Okay, so it's time to do that pre-game and get our deployment phase moving.
Yeah.
But probably a good opportunity for us to tell you the mission we're going to be playing today. So we had a roll through the Triple Crown Wargaming pack off camera. So 1 to 5 gives you around a mission, obviously, and 6 you re-roll it. And we rolled a 1. Very unexciting. So we'll be playing classic battle line today. So that's 12-inch on deployment, and we'll be using the 20-0 scoring system found in that pack. Yeah. So 200-point brackets for that 20-0 scoring. And I think we just need to get started with the prepping now. So I'm going to dive in and I'm going to do my level 4 wizard. Just the 1 caster for me, but it is a big one. So see, potential access to 8 spells for her. So we've got 4 shots here. Let's see if we can get a good one. Wow, some good dice scores here, ladies and gents. So let's take a little look. See. So firstly, we've rolled Apotheosis. Now, Apotheosis is an augment, targets a unit within 18, and it immediately restores a wound they lost earlier in the battle. Alternatively, you can boost this one up to give D3 wounds on a 10+ instead of a 5. So we might not keep that. We can have a little think. The next spell on offer for us, which we've rolled twice, is Walk Between Worlds. Now, this one, in my opinion, is an absolute winner. This one is a range of 24. Again, it's an augment, and it casts on 8. Now, it allows the unit that's targeted to make a 10-inch ethereal move. Awesome. Or you can boost it to make a 20-inch ethereal move. So this is a really great spell. We'll definitely be taking this one today. Now, our last one, the big 6 on the crown, is going to be Fiery Convocation. Have to be really careful, I always say that wrong. Now, this one is absolutely epic, and it's a terror to the enemies of Ulthuan. So it's cast on a 19, and has a range of 24. And this one is remains in play, direct damage. Now, everyone in the target unit takes a strength 4 flaming hit. If the spell is not dispelled, in the next magic phase, well, we do it again. And we keep doing it until there's no more filthy plague bearers on our frosty landscape. So we're definitely going to keep this one. Now, we've got one choice, ladies and gents, and I think today, a little bit of a tricky scenario. Most of our weapon skills are going to be higher than Scott's, and our initiative and such, so Hand of Glory is not so great. Now, Arcane Unforging, I don't think that works against demonic gifts, but it does if he chooses to take a magic weapon. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little chance on that one, I think. And we're also going to, I think we're going to keep Apotheosis as well. Now, normally I would take Drain Magic, but Scott reliably informed us just a few minutes ago off camera that he hasn't got any wizards in his army list today. So there's not going to be much magic for me to drain. So I think we're going to not worry too much. Soul Quench we're also not going to swap for, because to be honest, Scott doesn't have a lot of small outlying units, and my other spells are particularly good for building my ward save counters with my 2 augments, and for really reducing the output of Scott's army by taking the potency away or by killing him. So both of which reduce output, sir.
It is worth saying, demonic gifts count as magic items, specifically enchanted items. So,
okay.
Arcane Unforging would be able to.
Well, thank you very much for clearing that up for me. Yeah, that's good. I'm just used to everyone just taking a sword. Wonderful. So that's the 4 we're going for today, ladies and gents. And now we're going to see what Scott's demonic gifts are.
Yes, so I've got 2 demonic gifts, 1 on each of my heralds. So I'm going to start with the non-BSB first. Both are greater, so if you don't know how they work, you roll a dice, consult a table in the book, which I've got up here, and you can swap a bit like a spell. You can swap for the 0 option, a bit like if you can swap for a signature spell, which gives you either a specific magic weapon, depending on which god you are a demon of, or you can swap for, in the greater gifts case, a magic weapon from the rulebook up to 50 points. So, let's see what the non-BSB Herald gets. He gets a 4 Soul Eater. At the end of any phase in which the demon causes 1 or more unsafe wounds in combat, it regains a single lost wound. Not bad, but I'm not gonna... I think we're on a 2 wound Herald. I don't think I'm gonna keep that, so I'm gonna swap it for a 0. And I'm going to swap it for... I've got the option of the Bow Sword, which is poison attacks and multiple wounds D3. Or, as I said, a 50-point magic sword. I'm going to go with the Bow Sword on him. So he's got the specific Nurgle Demon magic weapon. As I said a minute ago, poison attacks and multiple wounds D3. My BSB now, he's rolling on the same table. He gets a 2, which is +1 wound. Not bad at all. So he's 3 wound BSB.
I would definitely keep that one. I think that's very strong.
Not bad at all. That is all the admin I have, because I don't have any wizards. So, should we roll to see who...
We certainly shall, sir. Oh, it's a 2 and a 6. Big crown coming in hard for the Loremaster. Time to show why he's the Loremaster today. That's a high elf unit. So, I have 10 drops in my army.
I have 9. Oh, I have a lot less than 9. I have 7.
Well, in which case, I might as well let you drop first, because Scott's going to finish first anyway. He's going to get the +1, so I might as well see a unit before I put any of mine down.
You are going to see a very cheap unit in the Nurgle Furies, which have, obviously, because I've not magnetised them yet, fallen all over the place.
You love to see it.
Natch. And they are going to go in their tray. Right about there.
Okay, lovely. Well, I am, and in a regular theme for a James Lammin deployment, I'm going to start with some fast cavalry. Some Ellyrian Reavers, and I'm going to pop these guys just about here in the middle of the sort of deployment area, 12 inches on. So I'm just going to check that positioning. And again, just for ease sake at home, we'll be measuring from the trays today, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Just saves all that messing about.
Next up, I'm going to go with my first unit of 31 Plague Bearers.
Ooh. Big boys, we're not messing about, are we?
Probably going to fall downhill. Please don't.
Fall down the hole instead. He's got form, ladies and gents.
I too.
This is why you're not taking wizards, isn't it? Because then you just can't fall down the hole. That's technically genius.
Yep. So 31 Plague Bearers.
This is the type of tactical play I've come to expect from you over these months.
Can't fall down a hole if you can't miss stuff.
You certainly cannot. And you'll see I'm going to go with a very similar positioning again. This time I'm going to be popping those Ellyrians on the top of the hill.
Next up, I'm going to go with 4 Beasts of Nurgle. I'm just going to put over here.
These guys are real big hitters as well, aren't they?
They are, yeah. D6 +1 attacks each. Scary. Scary boys.
Scary. Poisonous. Tough.
They are.
Horrible.
Regeneration.
Very good.
With their ward save as well. Very good.
Yeah, very good with the tally as well. You've got the Warcry Furies there, haven't you? For anyone who's not seen those yet.
Yeah, they're from the Warcry. I think it's called Chaos Furies box, or Chaos Beasts box, and they're called Furies within the box.
Within the box, yeah. And then those Beasts of Nurgle models you're using are from...
Titanforge.
Titanforge, there we go.
I think they're Descendants of Decay, something like that.
Excellent. Well, whilst we were descending into Decay, I have deployed my 3rd and final unit of Ellyrian Reavers.
Okay, I'm going to deploy my Plague Drones over to my left-hand side.
Just because I'm not sure I mentioned it, they do have bows and spears, these guys. I've got both on my Reavers.
So yeah, they're going to pop down there.
See the concern on my face? Well, I'm going to go with another particularly manoeuvrable choice, and that's my Skycutter. I say particularly manoeuvrable, it's not super, is it? Let's be honest, because it can't march.
Can't march.
But we're going to pop that one over here as well. So I know I saw your tray and you haven't got a skull cannon, so I'm going to deploy that long ways on rather than sideways on for the kill shot, because you haven't got a skull cannon.
I do not. So my second unit of Beast of Nurgle is just going to pop down behind those plague drones on the edge of the hill there.
Excellent. Well, you must be getting short of deployments now,
I have 2 drops. My Nurglings are scouts. So they don't deploy in
They certainly
normal
are
way.
scouts. Right, well, I think we're going to go... over here. In fact, I think we're going to tilt them just slightly to get a slightly better cross angle. We have a big unit, ladies and gents, of White Lions. Oh, I've been a High Elf player for 17 years nearly now.
It looks it.
Yeah, alright, big man. And
my second unit of Plague Bearers there is going down there, just behind the Furies.
I'm going to be honest, still love them just as much as I did back then. There's some proper retro figures mixed in here. I like the plastics actually, but these Phoenix Guard I absolutely love. And I've deployed them there. We should have said that, rather than just dropping them down. They're there, ladies and gentlemen.
And then just my characters left for me. So I'm going to go with Epidemius. He's going to go... Anyway, so he's going to go in this little gap.
Oh,
I'm going to create. Being on a huge base. It's up 4 Plague Bearers. And the non-BSB Herald is going to go... Let's go with here. It's relatively easy to get out under that Fury's wing. And then the BSB Herald... or anywhere. He's going to go right on the corner of this unit for the moment.
nice.
And that is my characters all done. So we have Epidemius, who's obviously the General, the BSB Herald, and the non-BSB Herald.
Now, I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, the Sea Guard that I've got in my hand are going to be on my next deployment. And these guys, they're not particularly great in this matchup. I've got some really survivable, really tough output units. These guys are what we like to call...
Not that.
Easy tally. Easy tally troops. So what we're actually going to do with these, very boringly and dryly, is we're just going to deploy them behind all of our hard stuff. And you're going to see me use probably them not particularly tons, shall we say? Probably a fair way of putting it. But they will still be there. And you are now out of deployment.
I am,
other than
because
your
the Nurgling
scouts.
Scout.
So I've got a couple left, and I've got some Vanguards too. So I'm all over the place here now. Now this one I am going to pop on sideways, ladies and gents. And before you say, oh, it's because he wants to steal some extra inches on his movement. It's not. It's to try to increase the chances of him falling over. There we go, slightly oblique angle. There we go, slightly oblique angle.
Let the tower hold him up.
The main thing for this one, guys, is to push Scott's scouts away. Putting him at a slightly more oblique angle, there's just no place over there for scouts.
Yeah.
So that was important for us. A second one we're going to pop here.
To slide downhill.
To slide down the hill again. And again, it's a little bit of a similar story because we're going to use our Vanguards to get around. Now, you don't have any. I've got to put my characters down. So let's do that. So we're going to pop our Battle Standard Bearer here. Very much like Scott's placement, you'll notice I'm placing him on this end of my unit so that he can affect the kind of maximum number of troops if he'll slot in, which he normally does. There we go. And my wizard, well, she's going to drop herself in on that corner there for a very similar reason, because it puts her much more centrally in my battle line. Okay. Now, I've got some Vanguards, you don't.
I do not.
So you might... This classic denied flank, I can then slide these guys back up the hill with my Vanguards and get myself tucked tight. However, I've used my Skycutter in that little bit of a clever roll there, and I'm actually now going to push the Vanguard unit across from them.
Okay.
And that again is just about pushing you a little bit further out of those zones. So we're creating control zones there. And you certainly guessed it right here. Pop that regiment up there. And pop that regiment up to there. in a classic denied flank retreat.
I feel like those High Elves want to keep that hill.
Yeah, we like the hill. It's cool. We like it up here. Assault Stone's not a thing. Hasn't been for a few editions. Oh, it is a Storm Magic thing. Tell her. Yeah. We're not playing Storm Magic, so Assault Stone is not going to hurt me. So you've just got your scouts.
I do just have my scouts. So not very quick. The Nurglings, they're only moving 4, so the scout does help them sort of get into a fairly forward position. Away.
Well, maybe I should have thought about that. That cheeky Soul Quench would have helped me with them.
And the second unit are going to go in a similar sort of place. About there. And then to await everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm done.
And on that bombshell, then I think we're ready to see who's going to go first. So you get a +1, sir. So see if you can roll a big crown.
Ooh, another 2.
It's a 3.
So it goes up to a 3.
So I need a 4+, ladies and gentlemen. 50% of the time. Oh, he's going second. So.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck, sir. And I think we'll move over to Daemons of Chaos, turn 1.
So, Demons turn 1. I can't imagine this is going to be a long one, I'll be honest, with no shooting, with no magic. I don't think it's going to take very long at all, but let's get into it. So, the Plague Drones have hover, so while they do fly, they can't march, so they're slightly restricted in that sense, but I mean, the rest of the army is very slow, so they're not that much slower. So they're just going to pop up over here. So we're trying to go around this building, cut off the sort of route round to the flank and the rear of my army for the Skycutter and those Reavers over there. Not that they're too much of a threat to me, those Reavers, or the Skycutter if I'm honest, but, you know, they should be able to do with both of those in combat, so it gets me some nice points for my tally.
I think I speak for everyone when I say you didn't go zzz when you moved the flyers,
no,
so
I did not.
You're not a real Nurgle player.
Okay.
Those are facts, mate.
Okay.
Cameraman Max would have done that.
Okay. Well, Cameraman Max is on the camera, so...
If he's on the camera, he's not shooting you. What is happening?
The bees are going to march up there, and they're going to go pivot round to there.
Nice.
And past the building. The Nurglings, obviously Nurglings were in charge rank, but couldn't charge because they deployed via scout, and I went first. Not that I would have charged anyway, I don't think. Maybe I would have. Who knows?
Possible.
Yeah. Check charge ranges on here. Okay.
And to be honest, guys, the Frostheart is well known for its competitive powerhousing, and we are big fans of it on the channel here. See High Elf Deep Dive for more information. But Beast and Nurgle, probably one of the few things that you'd got to be a little bit fearful for your Frostheart Phoenix against.
I mean, I think anything has to be quite fearful against those beasts.
It's lots of poisoned attacks, very dangerous for a Frostheart.
Good save. The Fury's just popping off over there. Out of charge arcs of anything bar those Ellyrian Reavers, really. And I think that would be actually quite a fair fight. So 5 Reavers get 6 Furies?
Yeah, probably.
Not too shabby.
Reavers are not great. Horses might tip the balance.
Well, they do always do more damage. Marching up with this horde of Plague Bearers, with Epidemius in, and I'm going to march up with these as well and give them a slight wheel at the end. Just like that. Bit of invoking Tommy Cooper there.
Other 70s comics are available. Just the 70s? I want to say 70s. Yeah. I like the way that I like to think that anyone of our American or Australian friends, or many of our European friends, are like
UK friends.
Who's Tommy Cooper? He's a comedian that wore a fez. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
Yeah. These Nurglings, I'm not sure what they want to do, to be honest.
Turn around, run them back towards your own line.
Yeah, quite happy with that. To be honest, they're going to stay pretty much exactly where they are.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is it for movement. I have no magic, but of course I have to roll for the Reign of Chaos.
You certainly do, sir.
This is an effect that is based on the Winds of Magic dice.
Particularly chaotic.
In the Chaos player's turn, and I can start a table in the book.
Oh,
that's not good.
That's a bad one.
That's not good.
So I get 2 dispel dice.
3, punished by the gods. Well, that's never good.
You don't want to hear that.
Randomly select one character with the demonic instability special rule, friend or foe. Well, foe doesn't have any.
None of mine.
All of my characters
of mine do. Sorry,
are demonically unstable. The selected character must immediately take a leadership test, losing 1 wound with no saves of any kind for each point by which the test is failed.
Oh, you should be okay. You can use Inspiring Presence.
Yeah, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. I love the pressure that Max is getting in there for the close-up. It's Epidemius, ladies and gentlemen!
I mean, that's not bad, because he can't actually kill himself, because his Palanquin gives him an extra 2 wounds, I think. I think he's got like 5 wounds, so he can't actually
kill himself. He's
got 4. Maybe.
I think he's got 4, and I think he's only leadership 8 normally.
We'll check.
I'm imagining that you're going to have augmented his leadership with some sort of item, because I definitely would.
He does only have 4.
Yeah, only 4 for a hero. Oh no.
So he is leadership 8, as you said. However, he is in the unit with the standard of discipline. So he's leadership 9.
I thought you probably would have done that.
Yeah, which means he can't actually die. This will be very bad if I roll it up.
If he rolls double 6, does he die? Because double 6 is...
No, it's not a demonic instability
test.
It's a leadership test.
Excellent.
And you just take it as if it was he's got the BSB next to him as well, so he should be fine.
This is 2 6s by 2 6s. This is all over. Oh!
He
loves it.
Why were we all so worried? Because I was absolutely terrified. Well, that really is it for my turn 1. On to the High Elves.
Okay, guys, we are into High Elf turn 1, and I'll be honest, Scott, I'm going to do more than you did, because I take part in more phases, because I like the game more. So I'm going to start with these 5 Ellyrian Reavers at the front, and they are going to declare a charge on those Chaos Furies down there. And we've got our trusty Archmage here, and we have measured this off camera, but it's tricky to see this blue one on this white table. But they are comfortably visible, basically. So we're very happy that they are seeable. And that is all for our charges for the High Elves. So we're going to roll that one out. Now we measured it again, and we need a 7 on the dice to get us in. We're 16 inches away. So,
like it.
Just about, ladies and gents. 17 for that 16-inch charge. So we're going to come for a big wheel at the beginning.
Just squidge them up because they're skirmishers. They obviously retract when they are charged. I'm not going to do the back rank because it's not really necessary.
No, the front ranks are more than enough to suffice the positioning. And now we're going to go to the remaining move sub-phase because we're not ready yet. We're not there yet, alright? Soon. Promise. So we're going to fly this chariot back to here. It's got quite a good amount of movement, actually. We're going to just pop it back to there. And the Reavers are going to slide across too. Slide quite a distance back themselves. Okay, so now that's the middle of his base. So I think he's going to be in arc of sight there.
Where is he?
Because his base is quite large. So it might be possible, but if I'm going to move him over there, ladies and gents, I want to be able to get him back, facing towards my own battle line.
I think with the length of his base, that's the middle.
Yep.
How long is his base in inches?
His base is 4 inches.
2, yeah, he will be an arc.
Yeah, I think he will. So I think he's not going to get too excited at the moment. I think he's just going to
slide back a little bit.
Yeah, just up a little bit because he can move sort of quite
as
freely,
he likes, really.
Freewheel, if you will. So this one's also going to just turn to face. No great panics at the moment, ladies and gents. Remember, we've got the tactical advantage in terms of range threat at the moment. We might not have tons of amazing shooting, but we've still got more shooting than Scott's got.
And certainly got the spells.
And we've got the magic as well. Now, these guys move 4, so they need a 9 there. So we're just going to check the unit of Phoenix Guard. And we've got an inch back in there and still in all of our ranges. So, happy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, as you're going to be. So we're just going to slide those
I'd
guys
rather you move back a bit further and move out of range, to be
back
honest.
2. And so now that charge is a 14 or more, in fact. It's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be a 10 for you to make that one now. So that's quite big. I'll probably still have a go at it, but but it's a bigger charge. These guys can shoot through, but they're going to suffer hard cover, but they're probably still going to do it, so they're going to stand still. And we're going to go on to some magic of our own now, ladies and gents. No Rain of Chaos for us, but we do have to consult the Frostheart chart. It's a 6 and a 5. That's a huge opening phase for the High Elves.
It is, yeah.
Possibly on a turn we can't really make the most of it, if I'm honest. Now, I've switched, you'll see my counter there, to 6 for +1 ward save. So, I'll turn it so it's better placed on the camera. So you see he just points. You see he twists. So he points to that one for me. Just a helpful little reminder. And I'll take my attempt to channel now.
Make it the big 12.
I fail. Right. Just a 2. So, our magic dice with a 5 and the 6.
Yeah, 6 to 12 dice for me. They've got a lot to do, I feel.
Right.
So remind me what were your spells?
I have Walk Between Worlds, and I have Apotheosis, I have Arcane Unforging, and I have Fiery Convocation.
Right.
So some good stuff here. Now remind me, your BSB was a 3-wound gift.
Yep.
The gifts count as enchanted items.
They do.
So weirdly,
You can unforge
his wound.
Yes, you can unforge his wound.
There are things it can't do, so I just want to check. The spell has no effects on magic items that are mounts, magic items that contain bound spells that have already miscast during the battle, and any magic items labelled as 1 use. I'm afraid that does not cover wounds, although they are sort of 1 use. But that is not really what we're saying today. So we're going to throw 4 dice at this one, ladies and gents. I'm going to start by trying to steal that 1 wound off of Scott's Battle Standard Bearer. So we need a 13, but we are a High Elf Wizard, so we had an additional +1. We've got 5, so we need an 8, so we're possibly overkilling the dice.
It's quite a lot of dice for an 8.
Well,
although, with
not
that roll...
great roll, is it? Now, I'm going to be honest with you, 9, 10, 15. I'm going to keep it, actually. Okay. If you want to attempt to spell it, you can.
7 dice?
I've got 7 left, yep.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah? So, this wounds you on your armour save with no armour save allowed.
Doesn't
have one, so we leave that part. But on a 2+, it destroys we have to randomly select a magic item just for good etiquette. He only has one.
Because the
so
Locus doesn't count.
On a 2+, he loses his additional wound.
He does.
It's a 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Boom.
Get that wound off. Now we've cast a high magic spell, so we generate for ourselves a token for +1 ward save. Now you might have noticed in the army deployment phase I had these little shields. They're my little shield of Saffrey counters. Again, they're good for bookkeeping for me because I forget things. So I think Scott knows what's coming next, and it is probably going to be the big dice 6 Gs. And the reason I'm thinking of 6 dice, I should say this, because I'm well known for not being a massive fan of the throw 6 dice thing, but because Scott's still got 6 dispel dice, really want to give myself the best chance. Yeah. So I'm going to target Epidemius' unit with this one, and it is going to be the Fiery Convocation. So we need a 14 on the dice because this is a 19+, and we had 5.
Yeah.
Now,
ooh, very good.
Have I just rolled? No,
not quite.
I've done that before, but it's rare. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I have got a magic item missing the queue, which I'm sure you thought I might have.
3 and try and get the 5.
No, I've got a 1, and I'm going to reroll the 1 with the Book of Hoeth. Okay. So this, if you're not familiar with it at home, lets me reroll 1 dice on every cast or dispel attempt that I make throughout the game. Can't imagine I'm going to use it much dispelling. So I'm going to go for a cast here, and I'm going to reroll the 1 for a 3. So that makes my score a lot higher. Yeah. So I've got 9, 10, 11, 15, 21, 26. Wow.
I'm basically looking for double crown.
Double crown. Yeah. It's definitely doable.
It is, but we'll give it a go.
I want to see brutality, though. I don't want to see double crown. Oh, he's rolled 3 of them. Triple crown. Ridiculous.
That's what you get for being cheesy and rolling 6 dice.
I did roll 6 dice at the spell. I have to say that is an absolute true fact. Now
I had to dispel that. That was the one spell I had to dispel.
Absolute must.
And to be fair, probably every phase.
Now I've got one left, and what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to cast Apotheosis on the Frostheart Phoenix. Why not?
Not the Chariot?
Not no, just the Frostheart. Now you'll notice at home he hasn't lost any wounds. This is just from my lore attribute. So, and I cast it on 11, ridiculously, on 1 dice.
1 dice.
So that's just to give me a second shield in case in case the Reign of Chaos, to be honest, lands on them and does some damage.
It doesn't affect the Phoenix Guard because their ward save is already capped at 3, but it will obviously boost any ward save your wizard has.
If she wasn't on a 4+ to begin with, because she'd be on a 3.
She may also have.
I'm going to give you the hint that as I have bothered to roll for the second counter, chances are she didn't start on a 4+ also. Right, so we're going to do some shooting now, ladies and gents. So we're going to start with the old Skycutter, I think.
Yep.
It's not great. It's Ballistic Skill 4, sorry, so it hits on a 3, but it did move, so it hits on a 4, and it is at long range, so it hits on a 5. And those guys are skirmishers, so it hits on a crown, ladies and gentlemen. So big crowns? No. Shocker. So, we'll tidy up now. 5 shots from these guys at the Nurglings in the middle of the table there. So they did move, so they'd be on 5s, so they'd be on 4s. 5s for long range, 6s for skirmish, so 6s. So 1 hit, and toughness 3. So 4+ to wound with my bow. I do wound him.
5+ ward save from the Nurglings. Hey,
he's fine. Second regiment here is going to do the same thing.
Yep.
So they're going to shoot the Nurglings as well. So it'll be 6s again for them. 2 hits this time. And no wounds. And then we'll just do tidy up our Sea Guard. Now they did stand still, so they'll be able to volley. They are going to be hitting on quite bad numbers though.
Yeah, so it'd be 3s normally, 4s for long range. I'm assuming they're shooting the Nurglings at the front here.
They're going to shoot these
Those Nurglings? Yeah. So 4s for long range, 6s for hard cover for shooting through your own units, and 7s for skirmish. So 6s
that is correct. So we do volley those, so we get half the back. The back 1 rank and the back 2 ranks, the back sort of 2 guys. I get 1 of those, 3 of the rank in front. But I'm shooting 3 ranks because I'm a martial prowess. So 6s followed by 4s on the Nurglings. 1. Oh, it's a hit. Ooh.
4 again.
Yeah, triple crown.
Another 5+ save on the Nurglings. No, that's a wound. I think they have 4 each. They might only have
3 or 4, I think.
4.
Okay. Excellent. So the first bit of exciting drama for the High Elves now comes in the form of our combat phase.
Yes.
So we're going to move on to this one over here, the only fight we've got. And we're going to hope we don't fail our fear check, ladies and gentlemen.
How funny will that be?
So we're only leadership 8. It's not great. Oh! Cool as a cucumber, ladies and gentlemen.
You were terrified, aren't you?
I don't fear the dice. We know this. The cameraman that fears the dice. So I've got 5 attacks from the riders, and they're going to go first. And they would hit on 3s normally because they're weapon skill 4.
They would.
And your weapon skill 3.
I am.
But they hit on 4s because the mark of Nurgle. However, they do re-roll failed to hit rolls because they always strike first.
4 hits, is that nice?
4 hits in total. Now they are strength 4 on the charge, that's
it. It is, yeah. They're only toughness 3.
So 3s to wound. Oh! Woo. It's a massacre. Veritable massacre. 4 wins.
4 wins. So 4 war saves on the Furies.
Ooh, that's not bad though. 2.
What's the initiative of your steeds?
They are initiative 3.
Fury is initiative 4.
Well, you go first, sir.
I do, and I've got 4 attacks, 1 attack each. Put the dice out of the way. And I hit you on a 4.
That is correct.
Twice.
Yep. Have to try and find somewhere to roll those better, yeah.
And that was 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. So
3s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds back. Well, we're going to take our armour saves now. So they've got light armour and they're mounted for 5+. So 6s will do. And that's 2 1s. So I'm going to roll my 3 steed attacks quickly. And they're all going to miss.
Beautiful.
Wasn't so bright, was it? So we've gone 2 for 2. But I did charge you.
You did.
And I did charge you down a hill.
Oh. So I lose by 2.
You do.
I am leadership 2 anyway.
So wherever he rolls on the dice, he's dead unless it's 2 1s.
And then I get those 2 Furies back. Oh, very much no.
It's good to get that out now, because
Yeah.
260s is very bad.
Very
demons.
much no. Bye-bye, Furies. You did.
Now, I'm going to be honest, I want to save these guys for later. They're actually going to be super useful to me from the position that they've got themselves in. So we're going to go for an overrun here to make sure that they're out of arcs of sight. So they're going to overrun a big 10. Ooh, very healthy.
Big 10.
That's a nice healthy overrun, which guarantees that arc of sight movement. A removal of arc of sight, if you like. And that will conclude, in a very weirdly high-pitched twist at the end of my voice there, very high elfy, I suppose. That will conclude the end of High Elf turn 1. What turn 1?
On to the demons.
On to the demons turn 2.
So, start demons turn 2. And a little bit of sort of admin that we had between the turns. We noticed that the Herald BSB's Plague Sword, which he comes with, is a demonic gift, and is therefore a magic item, which Arcane Unforging could have destroyed.
It certainly could have.
So we randomised it off camera, 1, 2, 3 for the sword, 4, 5, 6 for the wound, and James rolled a 4, so it was the wound. So nothing actually changed.
As you can see from that nice number 2 next to him, ladies and gentlemen,
but,
he still only has 2 wounds.
Still worth clearing up.
Absolutely.
So,
any charges, sir?
I think I'm not too far away. I could declare the charges, but I think it's going to be too far. I don't really want to charge white lines. What sort of psychopath does? I suppose witch elves. Witch elves do. Witch are psychopaths. So I think you've proved everything you wanted to prove right then. Yeah. So no charges. So on to remaining moves. We'll start with the plague drones. Again, they're going to sort of pop around 10. Still waiting for the buzzing to fit there. Buzz. Is that okay? Thank you. Now, was that really that hard? Yes. Yes. I know people are going to enjoy it. I'm people. Movement 5 for the white lines? They are movement 5. Unless they've got a banner that gives them additional movement. I feel like that wouldn't be the banner you chose. I've got BSB in there as well, mate. I mean, if he's got a magic banner, go large. So what's that, 7? Got to get that comp score down some way. Beast is just going to move up into the forest behind Nurglings. These Nurglings, oops, are going to not fall off their tray. They're going to come out of the arc of sight of the white lines, which I believe they are. I'll check the arc of sight. Oh, you've got it. I think they aren't at the moment. They're just going to come further away then. Yeah, they are. They are skirmish, so they can make a little bit more pivotty goodness. Yeah, I think they're just about safe there. Yeah. There's 2 roots. Move this tree. Then to come up. There. About there, yeah. Because that's about as far as they're going to go. So the tree doesn't need to move. These guys are just going to come up behind the block here. A little bit sort of chawed up with the building, but not a lot I could do about that. Really, I wanted to give them the option to go around there if you sort of pulled a lot of your force that way, but you didn't. So I did not. Back round here it is. That is basically my turn. Let's roll for the Reign of Chaos. Yep. Again. Hopefully not another 3. That would be bad. 2 would be even better. No. 5. Marginally better. I think that's the one that hits Nurgle, mate. Cameraman Max, he's nodding. You should be concerned. Storm of Fire, yeah. Roll a d6 for each enemy unit and each friendly unit that contains 1 or more demons of Nurgle or models with a mark of Nurgle. That's upsetting. That's a lot of figures. Don't roll for units that are engaged in combat. Well, that's none of the whole table. That is every single unit on the table. On the roll of a 6, place a small round template centered directly over the center of the unit and scatter it d6. Any models wholly or partially beneath the template's final position suffer a single strength 4 flaming hit. So, get our scatter dice out of here. If it comes out, there it is. Yeah, we're good. Dice. Right. So, should we start rolling? Yeah. Should we start over here? Yeah, go on then. Ellyrian Reavers. No. Are safe. Beasts of Nurgle. It's going to go across the table. They happen to be. Are safe. Nurglings. Are safe. Epidemius' unit is safe. Safe. Other unit of Plague Bearers is safe. Nurglings in front Ooh.
We are not safe.
We'll roll for all the units and we'll come back to them.
Yep.
So beasts here.
We are safe.
And finally my plague drones are safe.
The cameraman's frantically shooting between dice and models. Let's go from mine down.
There.
Yep. Are safe.
Safe. Sky Chariot.
Here comes a concern. No, we're still safe with the Sky Chariot.
Frostheart number 1.
Officer Seer. Phoenix Guard.
Guard. Are
No.
fine. Ellyrian Reavers in front of the Phoenix Guard are fine. I need to change dice, I think.
So Sea Guard.
No.
No. White Lions.
Lions. No.
Fine. And my last Frostheart.
Oh my.
In a display of no 6s.
Wow. Bar the Nurglings.
Centre of the unit.
Yeah. Scatters. Nowhere.
Did it? So hits.
I don't believe it says it always scatters. Some of them do.
No, I don't think this one does. I think
But I read it pretty word for word, so I don't think it does. No.
No. So it takes dead hit. They take 3 hits.
3 strength 4 flaming hits. Would you like to roll, James?
Oh, go on then.
Kill a Nurgling.
I'll deal your doom. So 3 pluses.
Yeah.
I certainly will do 2 wins.
So 2 5+ water saves. +1.
There's a 6.
So he's down to 2 wins. Well, that was bad for me again.
It was not good for you, was it? Let's be real.
No. So, but yeah, nothing else for me to do. Another super quick turn. On to the High Elves turn 2.
Certainly is. Okay, guys, we're going to move on to High Elf turn 2.
Yes.
And I think we're about to see an explosion of the Azure. So, even though they're red. So, okay, there's going to be quite a few charges this turn, guys. So we're going to begin with the Frostheart Phoenix here. And he's actually going to charge into the unit of Plague Bearers over here. He's going to use his flight to do that. Now, he's 16 away. He needs a 6. Now, we're going to take the Skycutter Chariot here, which can't fail this charge. And we're going to pop it into the flank of those Nurglings.
Okay.
Now, at the same time, we're going to take these Ellyrian Reavers and we're going to charge them into the Nurglings there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's been a long day. And by doing that, we don't need a lot again. We only need 5, yeah. That allows us the scope to take our Phoenix Guard and charge them down the hill here into these into the front of these Nurglings.
Yep.
Oh, so many Nurglings. I'm getting so confused. Yeah. At the same time as doing that, guys, we're also going to call time, I think, on some other exciting endeavours, and that's going to be the White Lions charging into these Nurglings at the bottom of the hill that I'm measuring to.
Still Nurglings.
They need a 7, and the Frostheart Phoenix here, needing 16, is going to charge into the Beast of Nurgle behind them.
Yeah.
All in all,
a lot of charges.
A veritable mess of charges.
That could go terribly wrong if those Ellyrian Reavers fail that charge.
It certainly could. So we're going to start with them. They need a 5.
Yeah.
And just about on a 7. Okay, so we roll all of our charges and we move them all at once, or in an order that suits us. So these one here, I'm not going to worry about rolling because it can't foul. The Frostheart here, he needs a 6.
Yeah.
And he does it on 1 dice, ladies and gents. Now, the Phoenix Guard themselves, they need a 5. Okay. This one's a bit of a fearful. Starting to move into the fear factor move. They fouled.
So fearful. You fear the dice so much.
Fouled.
That they fouled.
I did.
And
that
certainly helped me, ladies and gents.
The White Lions need a 7 to help their boys out there. Saving it for them. And the Frostheart Phoenix needed a 6.
Okay. Yeah, 1 dice again.
I know, they're loving it. It's just those Phoenix Guard that were a bit skew-whiffed. So, do you know what, guys? The Phoenix Guard is not actually the worst thing that's ever happened to us.
These Nurglings, which would mean you can put the Frostheart a little bit closer, if you so wish.
I'll pop him there, I think. Now, it's going to be a little bit of creative accounting.
It's normally my job.
Some of it is normally
my job. Straight out of the way.
This.
So I feel like it's going to be in the way at some point very soon. I'm not sure you could wheel and hit those.
Sorry.
There.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So I'll pop them. So what I'll do is I'll do the White Lions first.
Yeah.
So a straight charge. And
yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to get both in.
No, I'm not.
Because of the length of the
Frostheart.
Yeah.
If I maximise him to there. I can corner to corner if I maximise him. On the corner to corner. I think I can just touch on there, because obviously I've got the thickness of my trays there.
Yeah, okay.
Now these guys only move 3. And they're just going to angle slightly forward. These guys were not too impressive.
The Phoenix and the Chariot.
The Phoenix did make a big one.
He did, on a 1 dice again.
Certainly did. Now, if he can fit, he's going to go here.
Which he certainly can.
He's going to try and chew that BSB out, ladies and gents. He's not particularly enamoured about the prospect, but he will be there. This is not too sad, because I can still squidge that gap thanks to my tray removal. And this one's going to go into the end of them. Well, we've had a veritable fest there. So we're going to make some remaining moves. Now, these guys have got a huge amount of move, so they're just going to trundle up to here.
I almost forgot they were there behind that building.
Yep, and they're just going to move 9 or so up to
trees out the way.
Actually, they're going to go a little further because they can. They're just going to rocket themselves around to here.
Stay there!
Stay where they are.
Yeah.
Bit of magic. Could be a disaster now, though. We had a good run last turn. Could do with some more 4-up also on those Phoenixes. Or we get it again. So it's 8 this time. So we won't be changing our counter, because as you can see, it's still pitched firmly on the 6 being my highest dice roll. It is worth saying that roughly a third of all your attempts will result in that.
Yeah.
Pretty hideous.
Whereas only 1 in 36 results in a 1 being
that is correct. It's absolutely sick.
It's the sort of the weird, because you think, oh, it's a 1 in 6, but it's because you roll 2 dice and pick the highest.
Yep.
That it's much more likely for you to roll a high dice.
So I'm going to roll my channel.
Yep.
Which I don't get.
No. 6 dice to your 8.
Certainly opens the field slightly again.
Yeah, helping me out a little bit, but a lot of units got into combat.
They really did, didn't they? That failed charge has, in some ways, done me a favour, because it's given me a few more options to cast to pour out with. So I'm going to throw 5, and as you are unsurprisingly going to know, with my 5 dice, I'm going to have a stab at burning Epidemius' unit to ground with Fiery Convocation.
Yeah. Lots of 3s.
Lots of
my.
Now,
18.
It's a really good dice score, so I think I'm just going to stick with it.
Yeah. Not going to try and.
Not going to try and go for pop myself down the hole. Not going to do the McHugh special.
Whoa.
So you tried to do it when you hadn't got a wizard. So that's a big score for Fiery Convocation. I'm just going to take these shield counters off because I don't have them now.
So you've got Apotheosis, which is a counter. You have
Walk Between Worlds, which is a counter,
and realistically a counter.
Arcane Unforging, which could be better than a counter.
Yeah, okay. I'll just check something. I'm just checking. No, good. I was checking if Epidemius' tally was a demonic gift or not.
Right, I see.
Because I don't particularly want you unforging that. Well, it's not particularly high at the moment.
It would have been really nice if I could.
But it is not. It is a special rule. So I'm going to throw 6 dice and try and stop that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And I am on a double 6.
Again?
Yeah.
2 very good turns for the Duke's dice. So. I think we're going to take some stabs at some slightly less exciting things. So we're going to go with 1 dice first. And we're going to go cheekily Apotheosis on herself, just for a counter.
Why not?
So she needs a 3+ to cast this. It's only cast on a 5. She fails it, but she can re-roll it with the book Hoeth, which she passes it on. And that's the power of the book, ladies and gents.
Makes those 1 dice casts so much more likely.
Oh, it's so easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then she's going to really play bold now, and she's going to go 2 dice Arcane Unforging. She needs to roll an 8 on these, but again, she can re-roll a dice, so it's really easy. And she's going to target the 2nd Herald this time, because I know that one's only got a place sword now.
No.
She can if she turns this into a 6.
She can,
She does not, so she fails that one.
It's the first time in a long time I've seen one of your High Elf wizards fail to cast.
Certainly very strong when you've got that combination playing. So, a bit of shooting. Now, I'll be honest, there isn't really much.
Not much.
I'm going to stick 3 shots from the Ellyrian Reavers over here into the back Plague Bearers.
Sure.
Now, they're going to need 4s to do that.
Yep.
2 hits. And they're going to need 5s to wound you. And they're going to do a win.
So 1 5+ save. Yay, cheeky crown.
Back to the crown specials from Mr. McHugh and his saving throws.
You love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. You love to see it.
So we don't get the very back 2 guys, so but they didn't actually move in the end. So we'll have 3, and then we'll have the 3rd rank, 2nd rank, and the 1st rank. Now these are long range for 4s, and they are hard cover for 6s. So 3 hits. And we're going to need 5 pluses. We should get 1. Oh, we get 2!
Ooh, cheeky. 2 5-ups for me. Just 1.
Every little helps. Other supermarket slogans are available.
Seconds behind you.
You just can't keep up. So no shooting for... Oh, yeah, they could Plague Bearer, couldn't they?
Yeah, they could.
French fry when they can tough. So 5 shots. 4s for the moving, 5s for the long range. They've actually got quite a big field of vision there. 1 hit. Hit less than the and a wound.
Ooh, cheeky. 5-up ward. Nope. Another one dead.
Another one bites the dust. Other
Queen
songs are also available. So we're going to take a little look at the order we want to fight some of these combats in. And there's some pretty obvious orders here. The obvious one being the Nurglings and the White Lions one. So I think that in all sense and good reason, we will start with that one. So we're going to take a fear check on our White Lions. So leadership 9 because they've got the battle standard in there. And the noble is leadership 9. Should clear that up. And I'll do the Reavers as well. Now they're only leadership 8. They foul, but they're right by the battle standard. So they're okay.
They're fine.
Lovely jubbly. So I'm going to go first. That's the words I'm looking for. So I'll do my noble. Now he would hit you on a 3 normally, but Mark and Nurgle hits you on a 4. And he misses, and he'll reroll his failed hit.
Try that again.
For 1 hit. Ooh. He's strength 4, so 3's to win.
3,
No wounds.
Wow.
Taking it easy on you. Now I've got 1 Reaver that can attack. Hits you on a 4, he misses. Always strikes first. Also misses.
If you did this with the White Lions, this could be amazing.
He's just going to get his horse out of the way. I know it should go after the White Lions, but I'm just going to save that time. Yeah, the horse hits.
Classic.
Doesn't win though. Right, okay, so we've whiffed now. Let's see if we can get some good stuff with the White Lions.
Once you wipe out the unit.
So 7 attacks in the front rank, because we've got 6 guys and a champion.
One of them may be out of base. Yeah, one of them will be out of base.
So we'll just scooch that. So 6 and 6, and 6 to pull in. So we need 4s to hit you because of the Mark and Nurgle.
7 supporting? Are you... Oh no, you're only 6 wide.
I'm 6 wide now.
Yeah, you're 7 wide the unit. But
So we need 4s.
You do. And no reroll.
And another less than stellar display.
Yeah.
Wow,
I will take that.
Terrible.
This is only Nurglings, ladies and gents.
6 hits and then 2's to wound.
Yeah,
so it's going to be 5 wounds, which is back to averages for a change. But we only missed out the averages by 3 there.
5+ ward save on the Nurglings. Just past 1, so that is a whole dead Nurgling. Okay. Well, quite surprisingly, the Nurglings get to attack back.
Apparently, I just can't kill stuff.
They have 4 attacks. So 1 is going to attack the Ellyrian Reavers.
Yep.
Who's on the end there. 4. Hit you once. And
on a 4.
He'd wound you.
So I take a 5+ armour save because I'm light armour mounted.
And I am in strength 3.
And I fail it.
So 3 wounds on the tally now. Just going to keep a 3 there. And then the other Nurgling is going to attack White Lions because that's all he can hit.
Yep. So 4s.
Hits you twice.
Yep.
And wounding on 4s. Wounds you once.
So they've got a 5+ armour save against you. So take that first. They fail it. But it was a 1, like to see that, and a 2+ ward save because they do have the banner of the World Dragon.
Surprise.
I love it. Yeah. Right. So after what was a very exciting round of terrible dice rolls, we'll work the combat out. So I charged you down a hill. I have 3 ranks. I have 2 banners, and I did 4 wounds. You managed to do a wound back. So you lose combat by a whopping 9. 9. 10.
I was just saying how long it taken to actually add that up correctly.
Accountant, not accountant.
So really, I'm looking for double one.
You are looking for the double one.
Very much no. Am I within 12? I am within 12, so I'm going to give that a reroll.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Treat myself. No. It got a little bit worse. So I lost by 10.
Yep.
I leadership 9 to Epidemius.
Yep.
So
8 wounds.
yeah. Exactly enough. How annoying.
As it should be.
There could have been one left on a wound. How annoying.
So now we're going to do why we did the things we did in this order. And we're going to try and get these white lines into the second round of combat this turn. And they're going to need a 4+ to do it. The Reavers, however, are not going to overrun. They're going to stay well put where they are in exactly the same formation they're sitting in now.
Yeah.
So 4s. Yeah! Get
By 4s, you meant you needed to roll a 4
I need to roll a 4 and 2 dice, that is correct. The Forest Strider out, ladies and gentlemen. And then these will stay exactly as they were, nice and straight. So you can see I got very close to him there, but again, we can be within an inch when we're in combat. Now we'll go for the Frostheart. We'll go for the Skycutter next because I just really like them. I want them to be good. So D6 impact hits.
Yeah.
4. I think that pointy prow should make it D6 plus 5.
Plus 5.
D6
wow.
plus 5.
Wow.
No. I just said
I
1.
think you meant
but I
D6
think I meant
plus 1.
It's because I rolled a 4 and I was thinking that'd give me 5. Right, so these are strength 5 though.
So
These
2s.
I will say the Chariot's not great, but automatic hitting against Nurgle is really solid.
So 5 war saves from the Nurgling. Just 1. So 3 wounds. So 1, 2. Actually, they'd move up, but I'll just take the 1 from that end.
Now, as ever, I am going to check the book because I never remember the correct stats for this unit. But
he dies before he gets to combat.
That is correct. So I'm going to take a fear check if I have to take one, but I do. So,
Loving
you love to see it.
Mm.
So I've got 2 attacks from the crew.
Yep.
These are just Sea Guard crew, so they'll hit you on a 3 normally, but a 4 because you know. And then always strikes first.
Yeah, 1.
2 hits. And then their strength 4 on the charge, so 3s. 2 wounds.
Very nice. 5 upwards. No, 2 more wounds.
I want to point out that the Skycutter has now done more wounds, I think, than the White Lion unit did. And the Swift Feather Rock is initiative 4, he's weapon skill 5, and he has 2 attacks. So we're going to pop him on as well as strength 4. So these would be 4s too, because of the Nurgle. Just the 1 hit. And strength 4 is 3s to wound.
It is.
And he will successfully do that on a big 6. You cannot.
Not the dead Nurgling base. So, 4 attacks back from the 1 remaining Nurgling.
Chariot goes splat.
In your 4.
They show you 4 is 4 wounds. Kill it. Toughness 4.
So 5 to win. No.
As Max always reminds me, it's not a real Chariot. It's only toughness 4. Thumbs up from him.
Yeah, charged in the flank, doing 6 wounds.
I'm going to use my favoured method of dicing it. And you did nothing. So I'm afraid you lose by 8. Now
I'll be within 12 of Epidemius, so I'm leadership 9, so I'm now leadership 1.
Leadership 1.
Leadership 1.
Leadership 1, because I can't say leadership.
Double 1s.
Oh! I thought we'd done it.
Oh, now do I re-roll it? I take 2 wounds on the Nurgling, which keeps him there on 2 wounds. Or do I re-roll it to try and get the 2 Nurglings back? What will that make? If I re-roll it and the Nurgling dies, then you can't overrun into anything. It frees you up, but I am going next. So if you stay there, that's only a 4-inch charge. I'm not going to re-roll that. I'm going to stick with it.
That's absolutely the correct decision.
Take 2 wounds.
So we'll move on to the Frostheart versus the 1 unit there.
Yeah. Sure.
Now he is not fearing of you because he causes terror. He's a very scary boy. He does have 4 attacks and he gives you always strikes last.
Yeah, no, it massively matters because I'm going after you.
Now he is going to try and peck the head off your BSB. I possibly should have done this one first so you couldn't BSB things, but I wasn't actually confident I was going to win it. So there's a lot of Plague Bearers.
There are.
I was sort of hoping, as you might have guessed at home, to do a similar sort of jam here. I wasn't sure whether I was going to be able... I was going to originally try and just wedge you up with the White Lions, hopefully after setting you on fire. But but obviously that actually has worked out the other way. It'd probably be okay like that. So 4 attacks. So these would be 3s normally because my weapon skill 6. But there'll be 4s today because of your glorious Mark of Nurgle. And it's 4 6s, ladies and gentlemen.
My. Oh dear,
You love to see it. Let's find 4 other dice because we've used all of the luck on those ones. This is why you need lots of Triple Crown Wargaming dice at home. Get them on the website, get plenty because you're going to want to swap them. Toughness 5. So I'm strength 6, so I'm going to be 3s. 3 wounds.
I'd be feeling very confident if you hadn't taken my 3rd wound away.
That's why we unforged wounds on this channel.
So I need to make 2 of these for my BSB to survive.
Yeah!
Not even 1.
That's the aggressive head removal, just in case you were wondering at home. I know you come for the competitive content, but you stay for the sound effects.
The weird chicken noises. Oh my! Right,
that was very good.
That was very good. Yeah. Plague Bearers have 1 attack, so
still gonna be plenty for me.
4 in base contact with you with a champion for 5. 4 supporting.
And 4 more supporting.
I'm going to steal some dice.
Boo!
4 more supporting.
We're quite scared of this.
Yes, because they have the plague swords, which are poison.
So. Now you're struggling with their words.
Weapon skill?
Weapon skill 6.
Not quite enough.
No, it's 4s.
4s, but 6s
are poisoned.
Ooh, that is 4 big crowns. And 3 other hits.
That's shocking. That's miles over the odds again for you with the 6s.
Toughness
6.
So 6
again.
Look at those crowns. Oh, another one. Cheeky.
Ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I must say, you don't reduce my armour save anymore because I reduce your strength by 1. So I get my full 5+ natural armour to begin with. And I foul all of those.
Oh dear,
I think he could be about to die. But he does have the 4+ wall save, so gonna rely on that now.
Fine. Yeah.
Oh, he just takes the 1.
Wound.
What a roll that was.
1 wound.
So he has 4 remaining.
Yeah.
Now all that's left is for Big Bird to thunderstomp. For 1.
Oh.
Anticlimactic, ladies and gentlemen. And he's going to do a wound with it.
Yeah, 5+ ward save. Take 1 more.
Boop. So this one I might not win.
Yeah.
So I've charged you.
Yep.
Down a hill.
Yeah.
Down a hill is going to help. Doing
3 wounds.
Yeah, 3 wounds in total.
Yeah.
So pretty good. Now you've got a wound.
I do.
You've got 2 ranks and a banner.
I do.
You lose by 1.
I do.
2 6s, ladies and gentlemen. He's got no BSB. Oh! And what was almost the scalping of the century.
So that's 11. I'm leadership. 9 because Epidemius. So 8 because I lost by 1. So
steadfast though.
I am.
So just 2.
Just 2.
Oh, boo! Everyone at home wanted to see 2 crowns. That was really scary, wasn't it? That would have been the scalp of the day. Whew.
Well.
So,
shall we get to it then?
We've just got the 1 left here. Now, we'll have to take a fear check. And I am leadership 9, as we discussed. I'm my White Lions. And I'm okay again. So, this one now is the White Lions and Battle Standard Bearer with the Frostheart Phoenix against 4 beasts. Now, this I'm less happy about. But I've got to kind of get involved with them at some point. They're tough. They've got to be dealt with. So I'll start with my Battle Standard Bearer. He's got 3 attacks, as is his profile. His weapon skill 6 would hit you on a 3, but hit you on a 4 because I'm Nurgle.
Yes.
I'm going to stop saying that soon. And he's going to re-roll the 1. No. 2 hits. But you're toughness 5.
I am.
So he's going to require a 5 to wound you because he's only strength 4. He's going to do 1 though.
So you don't have flaming attacks, do you?
I don't.
No, so I have my 5+ wards, but I also have a 4+ regen, which is obviously better. So I'm going to use that. Which I still fail, obviously.
Should have also.
Wouldn't have helped.
Wouldn't have helped. So we're going to go next onto the White Lions, and this time we are going to get the full complement, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a glorious 21 attacks, thanks to our martial prowess and the fact I have a champion in the front row, just so you don't think I'm cheating and pretend making up an additional White Line. Do have that champion. So these are going to be 4s because of the mark.
Yeah.
It looks better than the Nurgling display.
It does, yeah, it does look significantly better.
It's about average, actually.
Yeah.
And then these are going to be 3s, because you're toughness 5, and I'm strength 6. Go Gadget Woodsman.
That looks very good.
Other 90s cartoons are available. 8 wounds.
Very good. 4+ regens again.
That was better, though.
Yeah, 2 wounds. Just 2 wounds.
Shocking. Didn't even kill a beast of Nurgle with all those wounds.
No.
And we'll finish up with our Frostheart, because he gives you always strikes last.
Yeah.
So these are going to be 4s, 2 hits, and 3s for 2 more wounds.
2 wounds. 2 4+4 regens. Oh, past both. Gee,
Just doesn't want to kill that last that beast. That's a shockingly low amount of wounds.
Right, well, I'm going to have 2 on the Frostheart.
Yep. As is your right.
I'm going to have 1 on the BSB and 1 on the White Lines.
Okay.
So 1 on the BSB.
Yep.
D6 plus 1 attacks. For a 5 attacks.
Okay.
I'll do them sort of 1 at a time.
Yeah, it's probably easier, isn't it? So these will be 4s, because I'm weapon skill 6.
Yeah, and they are poison, so 6s are poison.
That's correct.
No poisons, but 2 hits. I'm strength 3 now, because of the Frostheart. So
Love them.
4s.
4s, toughness 3, I'm still an elf.
1 wound.
1 wound. So you're only strength 3.
I am.
So I've got the Enchanted Shield and Dragon Armour. So I've got a 3+ armour save. Which I pass.
The 1 on the White Lines.
Pass over just the shield.
Another 5 attacks. Exactly the same. 4s and 6s of poison. No poisons. 3 hits this time. We're saving all those poisons for the Frostheart.
Yeah, that's scary. I think you used them all on the other Frostheart.
4s again. Just 1.
So again, I've got a 5+ armour save here. And then I've got a 2+ ward save from the Banner of the World Dragon, which is fine.
Then 2d6 plus 2 on the Frostheart.
That's why you always roll it that way. Oh, 13! Lucky for Skaven.
It is.
So he should score 2 poisons here. If you'd like to pause the video, if you'd like to pause the video and take a moment to write down how many you think Scott will actually score,
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
we don't condone gambling on the channel. 3.
3, it's not bad. It is above average, but it's not bad.
And then these will be 6s.
Yeah. Another 1, so 4 wins in total.
So very much like in the other fight, I've got my 5+ natural armour first, which my Icebird makes 1 of.
Better than the other fight.
It certainly was, but this could be worse. So 4+ ward saves. It's exactly the same. It's down to 4. So you add 1 to your tally, sir. Now, I can't Thunderstomp you because you're a monstrous beast.
I am.
But I can hopefully...
I can stomp you, though.
You certainly can.
White line. So 4 stomps on
4
white
stomps,
lines.
yeah.
Corner to corner. 4s.
2 wounds. So 2 5+ armour saves. Nope. And 2 2+ ward saves.
Come on, double 1.
Nah, they're fine, mate. So we can hopefully crush you with resolution. So we've charged you, and we get the down the hill from the Frostheart, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we hugged the hill for extra tactical advantage, because we knew that Scott would have to come on to us.
Yeah.
And
it off you.
we've got
Having no range threat.
We have 3 ranks. We have 2 banners, and
1 white line to get rid of a rank.
We have
How annoying is that?
3 wounds, because
You do have
1
3
wound to get rid of a beast of Nurgle. Now you scored a wound back.
I did.
So you are on 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have lost the combat by a whopping 9.
So I'm leadership 0.
Leadership 0.
Epidemius is leadership 9.
So whatever you roll, sir.
2d6 dead beasts or double 1 for nothing.
Yeah, that's it.
No,
9.
9 wounds on the beast. Oh, that's
That is-
1 beast left. I'm just going to take the tray off.
Yeah, it'll have to be.
Easier.
Yeah, that one there. Or well, the other one, but yeah, it's got to be one that's in base contact with Booth. Excellent. Well, that was
not excellent.
That was a rip-roaring manoeuvre for us there, ladies and gents. And we've got a lot of all of our good stuff in place. If I'm being honest with you, I think that any High Elf would be pleased with that turn 2. Other than not getting any spells off. I suppose that's probably the only one.
Yeah, you did all of that without any spells.
One growling disappointment, really. And failing that charge on the 5. But we'll just smile sweetly and enjoy the moment as we pass back to Demons turn 3.
So, start of Demons turn 3. Obviously in a bit of a tight situation. in both sense of the words. Not a lot of room to manoeuvre,
No.
and a lot of Nurgle things dying. So, I'm going to do, I think, probably some quite unsurprising things. First, I'm going to charge the Plague Drones over here into the flank of that Sky Chariot.
Yep, the Skycutter is in danger, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm going to charge Epidemius' unit into those Ellyrian Reavers in front of him. There's no more charges, because there's no more charges I can make. Because obviously the beasts are a bit chawed up behind the Plague Bearers there. So, these guys...
Oh, my Ellyrian Reavers have got a reaction.
Yeah, sure.
They could flee.
They could.
To be honest, fleeing probably would be the better choice. Although, yeah, it almost certainly would be. So, from a tactical perspective, if I flee and you catch me, you're just going to run up the hill towards my Phoenix Guard. If I win that combat, I can reform and hit you in the flank on the back. And from a not fleeing point of view, I'm going to give him extra on his tally for easiness, and he's in a more favourable position. Now, from a battle report point of view, and I think that's also important, we've explained the competitive edges that we could potentially try.
Yeah, but it's a competitive battle report.
It absolutely is, but it's also going to be boring if we don't see some more stuff die, if stuff runs. So I think sensibly we probably would flee now to see if we can draw him up the hill and get a double. If you've seen the Beastman Deep Dive, to get some bread action happening on Scott's filling, but we're not going to do that. We're going to stay put because we're cool.
Okay. Well, they obviously can't fail.
No, they cannot.
I'm going to
Chop!
try and dip around your banner.
You certainly can, sir.
Slide up to there.
Scrunt.
And then...
I've just realised as well, apologies, I should have took 3 danger strain checks.
Oh, are you in the wood?
I am in the wood. So they would have been done when I made the charge into combat, because I didn't move after that. I'm okay. But I just take those because I didn't realise I tipped into the edge of the wood.
And then the Plague Drones, they did 4 when we measured this. They
Oh,
are very much...
they're 1 dice in today as
They
well.
are.
Now, I'm not going to do these for Scott. I'm going to let him do them because there's a lot of
take them off the train.
potential tactical stuff that you might want to do with them here. So the positioning is going to be really crucial.
Over there. So essentially, I can either sort of maximise to this end or maximise to that end. And assuming I kill the Skycutter, the Nurgling being in the way won't matter because I can fly on the overrun. So I'm looking if I can miss the Phoenix Guard and hit the Ellyrian Reavers. Now that would be an 11 by the looks of things on the overrun.
Looks like it to me.
So it is quite a way. Now obviously the Ellyrian Reavers would be a much softer target.
It certainly would.
For the overrun than the Phoenix Guard, although that wizard is looking particularly juicy.
It is looking soft.
But I think with the 11-inch overrun, I'm not sure it's that feasible. So
I know we said 9 off camera for this if it was overrun into the Phoenix Guard. But I think because we're level, it's actually just over 9. So I think it would be a 10.
fine. So I'm going to just go and maximise up to that end. I'm going to take this beast off of his, this Plague Drone rather, off of his base because they do not like to go next to each other.
They certainly do not.
Right. Good. Are you going to go next to each other nicely? Not really, but I'm
See, I'm absolutely chatting waff because of the positioning there. It will still be the 9 that we thought it was going to be.
James getting very confused there.
No, it's yeah, that's cool.
No more charges. Obviously, the beast annoyingly can't wheel, so they're just going to have to reform. So, yeah, they don't really go next.
Yeah, it's because of the. It's not you. It's because I'm clipping that badly.
Because your rock's in the way of the.
My
Nurgling.
rock's in the way of the Nurgling. Yeah.
So
Nurgling
on to
magic.
On to magic and the Reign of Chaos. Hopefully, it's a little bit better for me this time.
A 5 and a 4. That is not good for me, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that might get me a Herald.
No, I think that's either some leaderships or some hitting me with a very big stone.
No, he's hitting you with a skull, actually.
And there we
so,
go.
you roll a d6 for each enemy unit and each friendly unit that contains one or more Demons of Slaanesh. Obviously, I don't have any units that contain Demons of Slaanesh. You don't roll for units that engage in combat, however. On the roll of a 6, place a small round template centered directly over the center of the unit and it scatters 3d6. Resolve the damage as you would from a stone thrower, with the model under the centre of the template suffering a strength 9 hit with multiple wounds d6, and all other models wholly or partially under the template suffering a strength 3 hit.
Suddenly, hugging my backboard edge, ladies and gentlemen, does not look like the brave, clever choice that it might have looked slightly earlier in this game.
So there's actually only 4 units.
Yeah.
Which could get hit. So
we'll start with the Ellyrian Reavers.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we love to see.
I don't know. That's prime Epidemius scatter territory, right?
That's prime Frostheart.
Oh, it is. It certainly is.
So then we're going to go with the Ellyrian Reavers up on the hill.
These ones up on the hill. And Scott's rolled a 2 there.
The Phoenix Guard.
That's a 5.
And finally the Sea Guard. No.
They were the ones I was most worried about, if I'm honest, the Sea Guard, because...
So, just these... Thanks for the template. Just these Reavers over here.
Oh, this could be a big one.
It is bang on, so it's going to probably obliterate some Ellyrian Reavers.
It does not look good for them.
So, the one under the hole is killed on a 2. He is killed.
He is killed.
And forced to win the other 2.
One more, so I'm going to take an armor save on a 5+. He's okay. He is okay. 2 are alive. However, I will have to take a panic check.
Yeah. So
let's see if they panic. They most certainly do not. So on an 8, they're fine.
Square them up on the tree. So no more magic, obviously. No shooting, obviously. So
you're doing your best Snape from Harry Potter impression there, was you?
Obviously.
Other wizarding franchises are available.
Are they like? So on to combat. We are going to start with the Skycutter.
Yep.
First.
So I'm going to take my fear test.
You are?
Because apparently that gigantic bird is not all that scary.
I mean, there is an equally gigantic fly.
I think the fly might be bigger. Just about, yeah.
Well, you go first, you're an elf.
I do! I'm going to pick on the Nurgling, ladies and gents, because I want to try and get those victory points. So that's 1 hit, and we've got Word Strikes first to reroll for 2 hits. And then we need 4s to wound. No wounds there. Now I'm initiative 4 on the bird.
It's going to be quicker than all of my things.
So let's give it a go. We need 4s to hit the Nurglings. 1 hit. Well, we're not going to kill him. And 3s to wound. It is a wound though.
5+ ward save? No.
Oh, he's down to 1.
So the Nurgling.
I'm not sure that's going to be enough to get me out of the hole this time.
Do 4 hits and 4 wounds and just
Could you imagine?
Hitting you on a 4.
1.
No, just the 1. He's not poisoned, unfortunately. 5s.
Yep.
It does win, though.
You haven't quite breached the first tally.
I've not. 2 wins away.
So this one is not so good. They've only got a 5+ armor save. Okay. I think. Oh no, it might have a 4+. I'll check. Okay. See what I roll. It's a 1, so they don't have a 1.
It's not going to matter.
So he's down to 3, ladies and gentlemen.
And I'm up to 6 wins on my tally. So
I've got a strong feeling he's going to get the first round of the tally here.
Yeah. So I'm going to double check that the plague. Oh, I can't pronounce it.
Proboscis. I know you can't pronounce that word.
Attacks 1, which I'm pretty sure it is. It is. So the Rockflies have poison attacks as well.
And it is a 4+ armor save that Chariot's got.
So the Rockflies have 3 attacks each, so I'm just going to do them first because, let's be fair, they're probably going to kill it.
Probably 4 each.
Yeah, 3 each. 1, 2, 3.
Oh dear, it's still not good, is it?
No. So it's 4s to hit with 6s poison. For those browns, just the 1.
Just the 1.
And then 1, 2, 3 hits. That was
it's like White Lions versus Nurgle all over again.
And they are strength. Should have checked this. I think
5.
They're 5. They're 5.
They're 5. They are strength 5. 3. That's not a regional accent. That's not a word.
3s.
3s, yeah.
3s to it. Just 1 more.
That's bad luck. So I'll take my 2 armor saves, and these are going to be 6 pluses now because minus 2. And I failed both.
Yeah.
So add 2 more to your tally. I'm down to 1 wound.
I'm now +1 strength. But these go at the same time, so they wouldn't
benefit.
So 4 attacks from the plague bearers on top, so I don't have a chance. These are also
that's a poison and a hit.
And that's 2 poisons. That one was cocked. And the hit is a wound as well. So 3 at -1.
So these are going to be 5 pluses. You need to pass all of these. And we most certainly didn't pass any, ladies and gentlemen. Oh dear, oh dear. This is why they are +1. So it is very dead, and before I remove it, I'm just going to check some ranges here. So they are 8, and it's a unit destroyed within 6.
It is.
It's 8 for marching. So there's going to be no panic because the Frostheart is in combat.
Yeah.
So off he goes. He's gone to a boatyard in the sky.
Now, the Nurgling obviously can't do much. He can reform, but he can't overrun. The Rockflies, however, plague drones, are going to overrun. And hopefully roll a 9.
They most certainly are. Now, we'll just check, but I think that because you're going to be pretty much 50-50ing on the bases...
I think more might even be in your flank.
Ah, it's pretty much dead down the middle. But because it's not whole, it's about whole numbers of bases anyway, so even if it was right halfway through that, there's still only 2.
Yeah.
So you would be okay to overrun to flank?
Which I would very much like to do.
So it's a bit of a weird one, this one. You're going to see some really fun angles here. So they're going to overrun directly sort of forwards, and they're going to pop like that. And then we're going to have some fun trying to fit them in. Ooh, this is going to be good.
Well, I could wheel, couldn't I, as part of the overrun.
So what you do is wheel
because you're going to strike.
So you do a big wheel first, and then hitting the big wheel, not from the fairground.
I'm going to take him off his base, and I'm going to...
Little pivot.
There. Let's put in there.
I'm not super keen on that flank charger, I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm just going to take this away here. Then we're going to move on to this combat.
Yeah?
Yeah, with the Frostheart and the Plague Bearers.
So I've still got 4 attacks. I'm going to just go wailing on Plague Bearers this time. So 4's to hit. We all know why. See previous turns. 1 hit.
Yep.
And strength 6. So it's still 2s to wounds just now. 1 wound.
That is 1 5+ wall save. No. 1 dead Plague Bearer.
Slow and steady wins the race. In the least magical game you've ever seen. I'm
going to steal 1 dice.
Yep, so 13 again.
So I have 13 attacks back. And you're on a 4. 6 is better. 2 poisons, very much average this time. But another 6 hits.
So a little bit over on the hit.
Yeah, so I would be strength...
No, that 4 was already there.
Checking the number of dice. So I would be strength 5 with my +1 strength. You bring me back down to strength 4, so
back
still
to 6s. But I do lose a point of armour save.
We're looking for those crowns again. Another 2.
Very solid. So 4 wounds again.
Yeah.
So this time I've only got a 6+ natural armour save, so I'm just looking for crowns first. And I score 1. Oh, on 3 4s as well. I might have blown some good dice there.
Let's hope you take 3 wounds.
So 4+ ward saves. I will take another wound. So I'm down to 3 this time. And I'm going to do my Thunder Stomp now.
Yep.
So Thunder, 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 Ho is 3.
Not bad.
Better than last turn's 1.
It is.
So 2s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds, 2 5+. What's that? 1.
Just 1 more. So I think this time I might, however, be in a bit of trouble.
You are.
So you did a wound, and you have 2 ranks.
Did.
And a flag.
And I do.
And I only did 2 wounds.
You did.
So I lose by 2. I'm leadership 7, ladies and gentlemen. So this is that.
Are you in range of your general, or are you 9 base?
I'm 9 base. I'm just Frostheart. I'm good. I might even be in range of my general, but I'm 9 base. So I am in range, I think, of my BSB though. So Scots can check that for me.
I believe you are.
I think we did check. So yeah. So I'm going to need a 7. And that's a 10. So
I think you'll probably be giving that another go.
So I'm going to try again. And that's a 10 again. So I'm going to flee. Could turn on its head here.
I'm going to chase you.
Yeah, I thought you might. So my flee distance is going to be 10.
And I'm only going 7.
So 10 is, however, going to punch me up to here. And it's going to spit me out here. And I'm going to die, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go off the table. So, not a good look for the Frosty.
I'm going to basically bump into some Nurgles.
What was a tragic waste. And actually, these guys are going to panic as well because they fled through. So, leadership 9. Just. Because my general is right there.
What a shame I couldn't kill her previously.
Where would you like to go next?
Before I had the chance.
Only 2 left.
Yeah. Yes. Which would be 4s. So you'd get 9, 10 attacks from White Lions, 5 hits, 2 or 3 wounds. Frost, you'll probably kill him. So yeah, we'll start with this one first.
Yep. So fear check for my White Lions.
Indeed.
And they foul. Not having a good leadership turn.
No, you're not.
So you're
Fear the dice.
No, I'm alright on the reroll though.
Saw the crown. I got.
So how many White Lions have I got there now, Scott?
You have 3 in base contact.
3 wide.
Yeah.
So I might wear with my champion.
Yeah. Why not? Treat yourself.
I will, and I need 4s to hit you. Not very good. So 2 hits on all of those dice. White lines. This sort of saves people all the time. The Nurgle really does hurt the white lines.
It does, yeah.
Double 1 to wound.
Really hurts them when they roll that.
And then the Frostheart.
Yeah.
4s. 2
Why
hits.
Is it 4s, James? I feel like you've not told us enough.
Because the Mark on Nurgle minuses 1 from it, and I'm weapon skill 6. Toughness 5, so 3s. Just the 1 wound. Really terrible.
1
dice
4
rolling.
plus regen. No, what a shame. So my attack back, I am going to attack Frostheart. 7 times.
Well, it's lucky that one of us is dice are playing up.
So, 4s, 6s are better.
Yeah.
Just one.
Well, let's take it back.
Awful.
And 6 is the wound. No, 5.
5 to wound now because I'm strength 5 because of the +1 strength and you got -1 strength, so I'm at my base strength.
Your base strength 4.
So
6 is the wound. Yeah, I stand by what I said. Just the 1 wound, sir.
Just the 1.
So
it is -1 to your
It is, so I've got a 6 plus natural armour, and a 4 plus wall save, which I fail as well.
Cheeky.
So we are going to go 1 for 1 on wounds.
We are.
However, I do have 3 ranks, and I do still have 2 flags. So you are still, unfortunately, going to lose by 5.
So, leadership. I'm not sure he's in. He is in.
He is just in.
So, leadership 4.
Yeah, so we need a 9 plus to kill, an 8 plus to kill him.
Yeah.
Not that, he's absolutely fine.
1 wound.
So.
Down 2-2. And then the last combat. Fear check, please, on your Ellyrian Reavers.
A 9, they're going to foul. So
they might be in range of the general.
I'm going to do the BSB reroll and then I'll check.
Okay.
They definitely pass on the reroll, so it's just quicker than getting the tape measure out. So I'm going to just...
there is a Herald in there.
Yeah, there is. I can put 2 on the Herald. I'll put 2 on the Herald and 2 on the Regiment.
Sure. So
So 2 on the Regiment, needing 4s because the Mark on Nurgle. Scott likes me to point out. Reroll him because he always strikes first. Just the 1 hit.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 5s to wound.
On the Herald, yeah.
No wounds?
On the Plague Bearer, sorry, yeah.
Herald will be 6s to
Yeah.
wound. So 4s on the Herald. And again, we'll reroll.
Ooh.
2 hits. Oh, I've wasted the 6s. 6s to wound the Herald. Nothing.
You saw he swapped the dice there, ladies and gents.
And we've got 4 horses, the 4 horsemen of the dead Reavers. So I think we're gonna throw 2 at the Herald because you never know.
You never know.
2 hits.
Oh,
Here it comes, a Max Hurley special, double crown.
you could kill him.
Ooh,
Not bad.
good dice. And then the 2 on the Regiment.
Yeah.
I've missed.
So, my Herald hitting you on a 4. Maybe. What's your weapon skill? 5?
My weapon skill is 4.
4.
So 3s.
3. 1 hit.
I see.
And 2s. That is a wound. That is -3, strength 5 basic.
1 dead then.
And then we'll have 1, 2, 3 and the champion for 4 supporting and 4 supporting. These are hitting on 4s, 6s are better. That's 4 poisons.
Well, that is. I'll take this.
-2, do you say?
Strength 5 now.
+1 strength, yeah.
Yeah, so they are all dead.
That was another 4 wounds, wasn't it?
Certainly was, sir.
3. So I'm now an extra 1 on my tally. I'm at +1 toughness as well.
And it's all starting. The wheels are all starting to come off, ladies and gentlemen.
So, that's a little bit unfortunate because this unit of Plague Bearers has overrun in front of this unit. So, I can't overrun and get close to the Phoenix Guard with Epidemius' unit, which is what I would like to do. Well, I mean, I can get slightly closer. But I can't really get much closer. So, I think what I'm going to do is reform. And I don't really want to charge those white lions in my next turn. But I feel like that's what it's going to come down to.
Well, I think your choices are reform to face the white lions or reform and get charged in 2 turns by the white lions. I mean, that's easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hindsight is a cruel mistress, because obviously if I'd have done Epidemius' combat first, I could have overrun.
You did it all in
a
the right order. The Beast of Nurgle should have died.
Yeah, 100%.
And so as a result, you would have had to have made a choice on your reform before, and that could have meant all number of awful things. So you made the right choice.
But
you had a really good turn actually, and that's
so I'm just
massively maximised it out. And I think it goes to show what we talk about a lot on the channel, which is whilst the Bannerlord Dragon's really good, it's still only one unit. There's a lot of victory points that can be collected up from elsewhere. And again, we talk about Frostheart a lot, and they really don't like poison. That's their bane, isn't it?
Pass me the Archmage?
I certainly can.
Thank you. Just in case your Phoenix can't have a stellar turn. Oh, it's your turn next. They won't have a stellar turn. Never mind. But we're going to go like that anyway, because it's good practice. So it's just keeping both units in their front.
Yep, that's exactly what you should be doing.
That is it for Demon's turn 3. A little bit longer. Probably the longest Demon's turn so far by a long way.
I think it could be. It's a crucial turn to the outcome of this game, though.
Potentially. So, yeah, on to High Elves turn 3.
It certainly is. Right, well, we're going to get stuck right into High Elves turn 3. And we don't have any charges to declare, unfortunately. We could do this one here.
Ellyrian Reavers into the Plague Bearers?
If I felt I could get an overrun, like I was producing earlier, then yeah, 100% I would. But
overrun into the flank of the second unit.
But I might pay for my hubristic choice not to flee there to try and make the game a bit more exciting. So we'll have to see. But there are some things we've got to do. The first one of those is to test a march with these Ellyrian Reavers here, leadership 9, and they are just fine.
Lovely.
And we're also going to test a march with the Ellyrian Reavers over here too. And leadership 8, they are also just fine. So that's going to be all about marching. Okay. So these guys are fast cav, and they have a very good movement of 18.
They do.
Just going to skip themselves down to here like this. You'll be useful later, I promise. But I think that the wheel on these is going to hit the end of that first, so I think 100%. I'm quite safe there for the moment.
Until you kill 2 flies.
I won't kill 2 flies, it's 6. Now, if you could just pop those 2, just check it, but I think they can go up there without being in arc sight on those beasts.
Yeah, they can go right next to them if you like.
Yeah. That'd be lovely, yeah. Yeah, that works lovely. We're happy with that.
Sort of angle, okay?
That's fine.
I mean, the fast cav, so it doesn't massively matter. They're probably not going to charge. So.
No. So we are going to look at a few other choice options now, though.
Okay.
One of those is to bring these guys forward 5.
Seaguard have moved
with a little wheel. Now, look, the Seaguard are not great, but we are under a little bit of pressure here, mainly because of the
20-odd elves.
Disastrous performance of the Frostheart, and sort of the failure of these guys to charge. Now, these guys are in a little bit of a tough position too. So we could do with getting some spells out this turn. We could do with making some magic happen.
Yeah.
So let's see how bad it's going to be. It's a double
not
5
at all.
That's a very good phase. Now it's not +1 wall, but it is +1 strength, which is not a terrible time to peek that out.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Now we get a channel attempt 2, and we fail it.
Does also mean I only get 5 and with no sort of attempt at getting a 6. Because I don't have any channels, so you've given me 1 less dice as well.
Yeah, I mean, you've definitely had some good dispels so far.
I have two double 6s to dispel those crucial spells, but
so
it'll be coming to an end.
Ooh. Well, let's see what we can do here. So I think we're gonna. So I think again, it's really difficult now because we're playing for counters, obviously, but we're also got to be looking at like one eye on things that are actually going to keep us in the game.
Yeah.
And Arcane and obviously Fiery Convocation is one of those things. And really, we don't want to miscast over something particularly unpleasant. You can't.
I know exactly how that feels, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So now it's just a difficult choice onto which of the units to attempt this on. But I think it's probably. I actually think I might go for the smaller of the 2 units now rather than Epi. Okay. Because the White Lions, they should get out of dodge there and they should be able to do the job.
They should.
And sometimes you have to play the, you've got to play the odds and you've got to try and play your game that way. So we're going to go with Fiery Convocation on the Plague Bearers at the bottom of the hill. And we're going to go for a total power this time. And you can't.
What I can do about that.
You can't use the book to stop that either.
Can't reroll 6s.
Can't reroll 6s with the book. So how many do we have in the regiment?
26, including a champion.
So 25. So 5.
The +1 toughness last turn is going to help me out here.
So this is 25, so we need 5s to win.
Yep.
Not great. Look not too sad, but I don't think it's
not that bad.
It's actually the average.
8. Yeah, it pretty much is.
And the champion, ladies and gents. He's going to take wound 2! Yeah!
So, the champion, 5+ will save. No, the champion dies. And 8 others, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
8 5+ will save.
Just imagine the power of getting this off in the earlier phases. Your saves, again, whenever you use demons, your saves are hot.
I'm just going to take 4 for the back.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not going to try and dig that champion
We
out.
know what's there now. We're going to take our miscast, which is going to be a 5.
Ooh, it's not quite fall down a hole.
No, it's not the McHugh special. It's a small round template on his head.
Yeah.
Everyone takes straight
hit my
10
flies.
hit. And actually, that's the best chance of hitting I've got on. Oh, sorry.
Don't know why I said
damage I've got on
my
them.
models.
So I'm going to hit 2 of the flies at strength 10. So we'll deal their doom first. And we're going to wound them twice.
And I'm going to roll my 5+ sword saves. And take 2
both. Now, Phoenix Guard wise, we resolve the spell first, so we add our counter. Very important at this junction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So 2, 4, 6, and 8 on the Phoenix Guard. Couple of ones there, so 6 wounds in total, and 3+ ward saves.
Lots of 1s and 2s. I will take
3.
That. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the dice have definitely not been too with me at this point.
No.
I'm going to leave that one on because it's going to have to slide across anyway. And then the wizard's hit as well.
Girl herself.
She's not wounded, that's cheeky. And I'm going to lose 6 dice.
Which is all of the
That's the end of that.
Okay.
So again, another not particularly incredible phase.
No. Yeah, sort of up and down, wasn't it?
But that's the quarrel. That's the sort of the perils, if you like, of going for the big one.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to play all the sensible stuff to try and score as additional victory points in this game. So we're going to start with the 5 shots from these Ellyrians into this guy here. He's no longer a skirmisher, he's only done. So just be forced to move him. 3 hits. And be 5 to wound him now. He's tough as 4.
He is tough as 4, yeah, that's right.
And we'll do 2.
He's going to go for these to save his 120 points.
And we'll snatch those points brutally from Mr. McHugh. And we've got 2 shots from the other unit of Ellyrian Reavers there. And they're just going to shoot the beast in front of them. Yeah, just because they can. 1 hit.
Very little
and only a 6. Nope. Now, the other regiment here.
Sea Guard.
Well, I'm just, it's what they can see guard, I think. But I do think that it's going to be this unit that I did flame on. So, we'll go 6, 12, and again, we get 3 solid rows here. So, these should
no
all...
body fire because you moved, obviously.
Now, the majority of your unit is not going to be obscured, so I won't have to suffer the penalty there. So, it's going to be 5s. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, they've only got short bows, haven't they?
No, they've just got regular bows, but they're more than 12. Yeah. So, 4's for moving, 5's for long range. Well, there's the 5s and 6s, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to want for all of our other dice scores.
Not bad.
So we've got 3, 6, 7 hits.
Got those dice again.
We certainly do. And toughness 5 now makes 6s. 2 wounds, that's why we swapped the dice.
5 up, what? No, 2 more. Polished off that back rank.
Considering that the spell only killed 4, that's pretty good. So we're into some fights, and we're going to begin with the White Lions and the Frostheart. Yeah. So White Lions are going to pass their fear check on a 2 and a 1. So I'm going to assume I've still got 3 like last turn.
You certainly do.
And my champion. So 4s. Better, but still not. So it's going to be 5 hits this time.
Not bad. 4 this time, so I'm 6.
3 wounds. 3. Apparently more effective this turn.
So 4 plus regen. He's down to a wound. Takes 1.
And the Frostheart's got his 4 attacks. He's hitting on 4s because of the mark of Nurgle. 2 hits. And he's strength 7 now though, so he's going to wound you on 3s.
Unreal.
2 wounds. I needed to channel my inner Frostheart to get those wounds.
Needs both of these 4 plus regens. Very much. Okay. Dead beast. What a shame.
So we're going to cut reforms. So the Lions are going to reform.
Well, it's come to this, ladies and gentlemen. I think we can all see what's going to happen in my next turn.
And listen up, Toucan. He's going to also reform. But what I'm going to do is just going to tuck him back ever so slightly to get him off the edge of that wood so he don't fall over. But I am cheating. But I'm cheating for about 1/4 of an inch, if that. So we'll say he's 1/4 of an inch further forward if you fail to overrun and kill him after you've slaughtered the white lions. And
I don't think that's going to happen.
So now this one is a bit more scary for me. Now I do call Sphere, so I'm going to be okay on that front.
You do only have 3 Phoenix cards.
I certainly do, but I am going to make way with my Phoenix Guard Champion for 4 attacks in total. So these are weapon skill 5, so they hit you on a 3, but then becomes a 4. And they do re-roll.
They can re-roll.
So what strikes first? 2 hits. And
up to 6 now because
so 6s. No wounds. And the wizard. Hit you. She hits you.
Ooh.
Big 6 from her would be wonderful. No, it's not quite. It's good, but it's not right.
So I'm gonna go 2 rock flies on the wizard.
Yep.
And 1 on the Phoenix Guard. And he called them Plague Bearers. They're not Plague Bearers. So I'm going to do the 1 on the Phoenix Guard.
Yep.
Hitting you on a 4. 6 is better. Or just miss.
It's the one you wanted to miss with.
And then 2 attacking the wizard. Again, hitting on 4. 6 is better. 1
poison. 2 hits.
So these are strength, I believe, 5 now. They're at least strength 5.
They are strength 5. So 2.
That is another 2 wins, so 3 in.
So we'll build the suspense as ever, ladies and gentlemen. First one.
We'll say
4+. She starts with a 5+. Talisman of Endurance. So she gets 1.
Yep.
She fails the second one. And she scores on the third one.
2 wins left.
So she's got 2 left.
I might not kill her. So the 2.
I think you probably will.
Riders. So the 2 that are in most contact with the wizard, they're going to attack the wizard. Yep. And the other one's going to attack the unit. So on the wizard, 4s, 6s are poison. 1 hit. Just 1 hit. These are strength 5, so still 2s. Yeah, another win.
So 4+ also for her again. She's fine.
And on the Phoenix Guard, hits and a wound.
And these will be a 3+ wood save, so go straight through my armour. No, not so great.
No, and I have 3 stomps, which obviously can only hit the unit.
You do.
2s. 3 wins.
3 3+ wall saves. Well, they have had a shocking turn for their wall saves across this one. So you charged me, sir.
Yes, I did.
In the flank.
Yes, sir. I do have a banner as well.
You have a banner as well, and you've done 2.
3 wounds.
3 wounds in total. I've done no wounds. I've got 2 ranks and a banner. So I'm going to lose. But I'm steadfast.
You are steadfast. Leadership 9.
Leadership
9. No reroll though.
I'm fine. And I'm going to attempt to reform amidst defeat, and I'm steadfast. So leadership 9. No,
you're not. That's very helpful.
Sometimes you just can't beat the dice. My last few games on the channel actually have felt a bit like this, where you sort of, you're like, there should be some reasonable numbers coming here, and they're just sort of not happening.
I'm going to reform
amidst victory,
victory, and just pop that 1 on the other end, as opposed to shifting them all up. It's a lot easier. So I get an extra flyers attacks.
You want it.
Oh, will I not?
Yeah,
I'm deep enough unit.
No, they're not.
Oh, that's upset. Well, we'll stay there anyway.
Yep.
That's a better position for them to be in.
Okay, so that is the end of a relatively lackluster, I would suggest, High Elf turn 3. So I'll pass back to Demons for Demons turn 4.
Yes.
Well, folks, didn't think that. I don't think any of us thought this was going to be where we were at turn 4.
Certainly not me. So here we are, Demons turn 4. Top of Demons turns 4. I did not expect it to be looking like this 4 turns into the game, I'll be honest. But here we are. So, so we checked off camera. These guys can't make the wheel around there. They still hit the plague drones. Unfortunately, obviously these guys can't see anything. So this is the only unit I can do anything with, essentially. Now I could. I don't want to charge the White Lions, and knowing they have the Banner of the World Dragon. If I do stand off them, they then obviously get the charge bonus. It also means that first turn they're in combat, the Frostheart will also be in combat, so it will be minus my strength. And I don't really want that either, and I probably want that less than I want to be in combat with White Lions. So I'm going to charge those White Lions. James could go mental and say, yeah, they flee. He's not going to.
It's all about the state of the game at the moment, I think. It's worth pointing out as well. If this is a little later in the game, if this is like turn 6 or turn 5, you might back up you might stand there and say, oh yeah, well, you know, go on, let's do it.
You've got one round of combat.
You've only got one, maybe 2 rounds of combat to deck this whole unit. It's quite a lot of points in that unit. I'm probably not going to lose it. That would be smart, but it's just a little early for that move. Yeah, it's just a little early, I think. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to hold my ground because I have 2+ wall save. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I'm not going to roll the dice because I'm an inch away.
Yeah, we're literally like, you know, we could not be closer without touching. So
I'm going to go as far around as I can, which is about there.
Beepy boop.
Bang everyone up there. So remaining moves. I am going to swift reform this unit of Plague Bearers. Does this hit me if I move?
No, it's just hits you. Just hits you for fun.
So I'm within Epidemius' leadership range, so I'm leadership 9. Yes.
I was going to sing Elves Just Want to Have Fun then, but I resisted the temptation.
I do want to point out, for Chris Howell's benefit, because he pointed this out to me the weekend, you reform first and then roll the leadership test. Because if you fail the leadership, you still have to reform.
Do the reform, yeah.
I don't do that, but had I failed it, I would have still reformed. So my centre is going to be about there, and I'm going to go 5 wide. So there. So I'm going to take those away, and I'm going to take those away. This has gone awfully. But essentially, it just means I'm a little bit more manoeuvrable.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the big issues with having double horde, isn't it? It's not just that you struggle to manoeuvre those hordes in the mid game, but you've had those beasts of Nurgle trapped effectively by those hordes.
Yeah.
So they've not been able to get in, which has meant that the fact that I've had a bit of a bad run with the Frosty run in, and with not using I've not used the Reaver, the Sea Guard very much. I've not necessarily been punished as much as I could have been by that.
Yes. But now, however,
now things might be about to change.
I'm going to test march on the beast leadership of, I think, 7, but I'll check.
I think there's 7 too. It won't matter.
They're certainly not 4.
No.
So I'm going to go 4 inches. They're going to go 3 inches round, and then they're going to go 8, and then another 1. Like so. Pop that over to the other side, just so we know it's only on the Plague Bearers. Right, well that is it for moving. On to magic and the Reign of Chaos. And I actually have something to do with my magic dice this time.
2 1s.
So let's see what we get. Oh, very much no. I might be getting a Herald or a unit. I think that's 11, and the other one's 12.
11's a Herald, I think.
11 is a Herald. Randomly select one enemy wizard on the board who does not have demonic instability.
I've only got 1.
You do. The selected wizard must pass a leadership test or be removed as a casualty with no saves of any kind.
Well, I think we might be in trouble, ladies and gentlemen.
If the test is failed, I can replace them with a Herald.
I've not had the bestest luck ever.
Leadership 9, no rerolls.
8. She loves it.
I saw the 5. I got hopeful.
I talked her down then.
Nothing else there. I'm going to pick up 6 dice because that's all I can roll.
For dispelling, you can throw as many as you want.
Oh, it's dispelling, isn't it? Because I'm thinking it's because it's my magic phase I'm casting, but I'm going to throw 11 dice at it then.
Go for it.
It costs on 19.
19. Yeah. Still bad on 11 dice.
That's good, ridiculously. So obviously, when you're dispelling and remains in play in a subsequent turn, you just use the base casting level of the spell,
That's
not
correct.
the actual amount it was casting. I do not fail. There's another double crown.
No, it's been a lot of irresistible dispelling
on the dice, I think. Well, it's nice to do something in the magic phase.
It was.
Other than hit my own models. No shooting. On to combat.
Where would you like to start?
He is out of range, so neither sort of area effects are going to matter. So, looking at the tally, I need to do 3 more wounds to give me killing blow.
Yep.
So I'm going to fight the Phoenix Guard one first.
Okay. So,
just to explain, the reason for that is the Phoenix Guard are easier for me to wound and kill.
yes.
If I do 3, it means it gives 3 wounds. Sorry, 3 unsaved wounds. It means this unit has killing blow, which means if I get 1 lucky wound through on his BSB and you foul that 1 save, I can kill the BSB.
That is correct.
Doing 1 wound, not 2. So it gives me a bit of a better chance. Obviously, I could go for this way, try and kill 3 white lions, and then try and kill him by the wizard, but that wizard's easier to kill.
That wizard's only got 2 wounds as well.
She does. So yeah, that's why I went that way around.
Yeah, the combat here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure you said you don't have a champion.
I do not.
So I'm not going to stress about issuing a challenge. I'm just going to...
cause fear, so no fear check for you.
No,
so
I'm just going to throw the 4 Phoenix Guard attacks, because
Yeah.
obviously one's my champion. We declared he made way. So these will be on 4s. We all know why that is, and they will re-roll. So 3 hits.
Toughness 6.
They certainly are. So we need some 6s here, guys.
Nah. 5.
Oh, 2 crowns.
Oh. So they are -2, can I say?
They are. I've got the Razor Standard. As you know my list well. This was basically a deep dive list, that series.
It was, yeah, pretty much. I think, yeah. So I don't have an arm save.
No.
Because I have a 6 up to be mounted.
2 5 plus 1
So
save.
2 5 plus 1 save.
You never know, might kill one.
You
do. He's only on 1 wound. And this one is going to be down to 2.
Yeah. So, not lost any attacks though, so I'm not too worried about that. Again, as I did before, I'm going to go 2 flies on the wizard, 1 fly on the unit.
Yep.
So, flies on the wizard, 4s, 6s are better. Oh dear, oh dear.
Ooh. Unexpected.
And the fly on the unit. 2 hits.
2 hits. And still be 2s.
Yeah, 2s. 2 wins.
I've got 2 3 plus ward saves. I failed
Still
1.
kill 1.
So add 1 to your tally, sir.
I most certainly do. So, 2 riders. 2 Plague Bearer riders on the wizard.
This is where you do it. 2 hits.
Swap the dice.
Swap the dice. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. So 4 plus ward saves.
Oh.
Yeah!
And I'm 1 wound away from killing blow. So
and 1 attack.
I do 1 attack onto the unit. Is hit. And a wound.
And it'll be a 3 plus ward. No.
No. Wow.
Just cannot make the saves.
They have not been good for you, have they?
No, they really haven't. We're now on the same number. I'm now losing on wounds again.
And I've got 3 stomps.
3 stomps. 2.
wounds.
I do need to pass both of these. I'm not going to lie to you.
Nah, you'll be fine.
I will be fine.
Double the wizard's attack.
I did not. Let's do the wizard's attack. She hits.
Oh.
She doesn't win. That would have been spicy. So you have me in the flank, and you have done 3 wounds.
Yeah,
2 Phoenix Guard, and you have a banner. Now I have 2 ranks this time. I have 2 wounds, and I have a banner. So we are all draw. All score draw. 2e2. We both have a 2e2.
We both have a 2e2.
So that was 2 wounds, 2 ranks, and a banner. So I'm gonna reform because I don't need to test now.
Yeah.
No, she will still stay in contact with 2.
Yeah.
As she should. But what I might do when I
move her to the sort of other side of the unit. Yeah, that's fine. Now you've got to move the awkwardly posed Phoenix Guard who only go on one end of the unit.
Yeah. That one there actually is specifically posed on a different type base, so he can be moved around a bit easier. Not just a hat rack, my friend. So
those 3 wounds were just enough to give me 21 wounds in total, meaning my tally is up to 21, giving me killing blow.
Well, I'm going to take a fear test on the White Lions now.
Yes, you are. Please fail.
Because that's the second combat.
No. Very much no.
Now, my Battle Standard Bearer is going to issue a challenge.
How many attacks does he get?
He has got 3, but he might have magic weapons.
I feel like that is what I paid 10 points for Unit Champion for.
Excellent choice, sir. So he does have magic weapons. Ooh. He has the Sword of Anti-Heroes. So how many heroes do you have in your unit?
I have 2. I have Epidemius and I have a Herald.
Well, I have 5 attacks then.
You do.
And I go from strength 4 to strength 6. So on your Herald.
On my Unit Champion.
Unit Champion, sorry. 4s. I'm not going to hit
Told you.
But I'm going to re-roll.
Herald.
Always strikes first.
I'm going to cut him in half. I really should have accepted with a Herald.
1 hit, and I need 3s to
Fine, I can kill him blind with my champion.
1 wound.
So 5 plus. What save? I'm going to take that away.
Unbelievable. I think everyone at home can start to feel...
Oh, he's going to get killing blows. You know what it is.
I think everyone at home can start to feel sorry for me and my dice today. Right, where's that Herald? So he is fighting against... How many, Scott? I can't see from my angle.
3, because he's wider base, but not quite wide enough.
So 3, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then we've got 2 support wins for 4 and a champ. So I'm going to leave ones on the unit, Scott.
Yep.
4s. And we'll be needing 3s to wound.
Yeah,
strength 6, toughness 5. Very, very good. 6 wounds back.
6 5 plus ward saves. Average. Very average.
4.
2 doubles there. 3 doubles there.
So, and then attacking your Herald, we need 4s because your weapons skill 5, which become 5s because of your Marker Nurgle. We did get 4 though, very good. And he's toughness 6, isn't he now?
He is
He's
now,
5 normally, so 4s. Just one.
1 5+ will save. No.
No, it does go through though.
I'm going to put that at the back. Behind. There.
Yep.
So, the one we've all been waiting for.
The Herald in the challenge. The Unit Champion challenge, sorry. Probably. 4s.
In your sport.
No. Well, that was unexciting for both of us.
The Herald, I'm pretty sure, has 3 attacks. He most certainly does. So, cutting some white lines in half. One poison.
1 poison. So, I don't have an armor save, so straight to my wall save. 2+.
Yeah. And then.
So, if you've skipped along, I've got the Banner of the World Dragon, ladies and gentlemen. Magical attacks.
3,
I get a 2+ wall save.
5.
Because it's sick.
And then 7 supporting.
Because it's filthy.
I'm going to steal 6 dice.
Yeah, you go on, mate.
Thank you. So, it's not actually come up yet, but Epidemius has the, I don't know what it's called, Lesser Locus of something, which, Virulence, maybe?
Yeah.
I'll go with Virulence. Which basically means their poison attacks in his unit wound on auto wound on the hit roll of a 5, not just a 6.
Okay, awesome. So the other Herald doesn't have a... I should have asked you if he had one, but yeah.
No, he doesn't. I feel like you pay for it with Epidemius, so you might as well make
most of it.
So 4s, 5s are better.
I actually really rate that one as well.
It's good, it's quite cheap actually. That's not bad.
A lot of poison though.
Yeah, I mean 2 actual hits. 3, 6, 8 poison. And then 2s from the actual hits. Just what? So 9.
So, again, we're back to our 2+ wall saves. And in a glittering display, almost reminiscent of Scott McHugh, I lose 1, which actually cost me my rank.
Ooh, cheeky. That's very helpful.
So, should we have a little workout?
Yeah.
So,
why not?
You charged me.
I did.
And you have 2 ranks.
I do.
And you have a banner.
I do.
And you did 8 wounds.
I did.
Now, I managed to do 5 wounds.
You did.
So, it wipes your score out for nothing. So, we're on to 0 now. I've got just 2 ranks now instead of 3. And I do still have 2 banners.
You do.
So, you lose by 4, sir.
I only shoot 5. So, yeah, don't roll higher than a 5.
Don't roll 2 6s. Woo!
6, 1. There's 1 more demon. It is very scary as a demon when you don't have a BSB rolling those leadership tests. You're like, please don't roll a double 6.
Right, now.
Would you like to reform, sir?
I am thinking about it. So I could basically just add an extra row to my width for 8 wide. Which should just allow me to tag a couple of guys onto extra.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do that. Now, obviously, we know I've got the the tree filler there. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to assume there's a 3rd one there and 1 still at the back.
Sure.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to leave that like that, but we know what's there just to say we're messing about with the filler.
Yeah.
So I think, is that the end of your turn, sir?
That most certainly is.
So we'll move on then to High Elves turn 4.
Yes.
Well, welcome back to High Elves turn 4. He's doing the dance because he's in trouble. So this is actually turning into a really interesting game, I think. It's a great game for the neutral. So there are going to be some charges, as I'm sure you all expected at home. So the Frostheart here, he is going to charge into the unit of Plague Bearers with Epidemius and the
Seaguard?
Seaguard, I don't know what they're called. The Seaguard, it's very late, ladies and gentlemen. The Seaguard are going to flank charge down the hill as well, because we're getting that +1 down the hill. You haven't seen the off-camera of just Scott saying, it's just always down a hill with you.
It never comes up in any other game I play or any game I watch. Anytime James charges anything, anywhere, it happens to be down a hill.
That's good positioning, ladies and gentlemen.
Jammy.
You can't buy that.
You did.
So, 3+ to charge these guys, so 3 on 2
Double
dice.
1s. No. Worth a try. I was so hoping they'd all fall over.
Now look, I'm going to be honest. They're not super great here. Now the Frostheart can't foul.
No.
So I'm just going to pop him into the hole like that.
His wings behind him then?
You certainly can. Now we'll test a march on these Ellyrian Reavers here. 10, that's a foul, and that's a pretty big one if I'm honest.
Yeah.
So I've only got 9 now.
Hmm.
So they're going to scoot themselves along to here.
Okay.
So, bit of magic time. So, another important phase. There's quite a few results here I'd be happy to see.
Did you not want to move these?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me of those.
Problem.
Yeah, so if
there.
yeah, so we just pop them between the regiments, I think.
Okay.
They'll have to stay an inch away though, so they'll have to end up about there.
Yeah, no problem.
So, magic.
Not +1 ward save for the Phoenixes.
It is
+1 ward save for the
Phoenixes.
I mean, it swings and roundabouts because it gives me 6 spell dice. So,
and I've only got 8 again.
Yeah, it's not a great roll for you.
Do I channel?
No.
I don't.
If you channel at all?
No.
You have only been rolling in your turn, so you have only attempted 4 times.
I do. Yeah. So I'm going to start with I've got 2 good options here because obviously I can walk between worlds myself to get myself back in to blocking off, which is what I'd like to do, and also I can give myself some wounds back.
You can.
So I'm going to go 4 dice for a big apotheosis on my own wizard.
Okay.
Try and give her back D3 of her wounds.
What a shame if she fell down the hole.
I'm quite happy for her to miscast on this. In fact, I'm going to use the Book of Hoeth to attempt to miscast on this.
Bold.
I'm going to re-roll the 2. No, for
into another 2.
It's a great score though of 23 on 4 dice, and I can still do the magical move afterwards.
Gives you D3 wounds back, doesn't it?
It does. Look at the pressure on his face.
Go for it.
So she's going to get
1,
2.
Damn it.
Which is wonderful. So she's back to full wounds, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I took her dice off.
And she gets
a counter as well to boot.
That's right. The flyer's going to kill him blower. No big problem.
So her next trick is, of course, going to be to magically move these guys here. Yep. She only needs a 10-inch one, so that's all she's going to go for. The baby value. She's going to throw 4 because she wants to try and put it above you. And again, we're going to use the Book of Hoeth on the 1. No. It's an excellent score, though, of 23 again.
23. Looking for those double 6s, really.
I want to point out, you've done that every turn.
Yeah, I did roll well enough there to probably dispel it anyway, though, to be fair.
Yeah, well, because you rolled 2 6s.
Well, yeah.
So that's not going to happen. She's back to just the 1 counter, but she is back on 4
That was very important for me because it means next turn, assuming nothing majorly changes, both of my units can now charge units of yours. Yeah,
so this needs to. We need a good turn here against the
Plague Bearers.
The Plague Bearers, yeah, certainly do. So, a bit of shooting. We'll just stick 5 shots into these Plague Bearers here for 2 hits. So let's see into these.
Yeah, 6s. 6s for those crowns.
1 wound.
5 plus. Yay.
And then we'll take
2 into the beast.
2 into the beast. Both nice. So we'll do some combats, and I think we will start with the white line combat.
Okay. We are still in our challenge.
So I'm going to take a fear check on the Sea Guard this time, which they will pass on 6, and I'll take a fear check on the white lines, which they will pass on 2 ones. So. So always strikes first comes up first. We've still got 5 attacks in the challenge. Let's see if we can score some overkill. So 4's to hit.
Kill him this time.
Still only 1 hit.
Hit him.
Always strikes first for 3 hits.
That's
better. And he's toughness 5 and I'm strength 6, so 3s. 2 wounds.
Probably not going to survive this one. Need 2 5-ups. No, get 1 though.
Still gets 1 though. Never seems to get like 2 fouls. So just the 1 dice foul, I'm just chuck that up there to remind myself of the overkill. Then we'll go with the Sea Guard next, because they are the next always strikes first unit.
So yeah, 5 of them.
They certainly
5 wide. So
1, 2, 3 ranks. Now we can't use the spears because we charge this turn, so we do get the champion though. So these would be 3s to hit normally, but they become 4s because of the mark of Nurgle.
And they do get their rerolls. Pretty good from the Sea Guard. Not bad. That was less good.
Shocking.
And it'll be 6s.
6s. 2 wounds, that's pretty cool.
Not bad. 5 plus. 1. Still not getting that 2 foul.
No, you never do, mate. Then the white lines attacks. So we know we're going to get 3 on the Herald, we had last time, so I'm just going to organise my dice first so I don't get confused. So I'm doing the rows at the same time there, guys.
Yeah.
So that's because I'm martial prowess. So that's then on the unit, I've got 1, 2, 3 wide as well, and then the 2 supporting behind the BSB and the champion's extra attack.
Yeah.
And then I'll have 3 attacks left at that point, which I'll just borrow this one to put onto Epidemius. So I'm going to start with those. They need 5s to hit him.
They do indeed.
Oh. stuck him out. All missed.
No.
Then we'll try the Herald next. Also need 5s. 2.
It's enough to kill him.
4s to wound. 1 wound. Nah, it's not going to do it. It is. He's only got 1 wound, but you'll pass it. Yeah, told you. You don't fail ward saves with demons, mate. You found your magic, I think, at least. So, on the regiment, 4s. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty good.
See if it mirrors out on the dice. 3s. Very good.
Yeah, very good. 7.
7 this time.
7 5 pluses. Wow. 3 dead.
So again,
Gone for regen.
well over the odds. And then the Frostheart, he's going to put 4 onto Epidemius for 4s. And all missed.
Wow.
It's lucky someone's dice are over and under. Your attack, sir.
My attack's back. So in the challenge, I'm dead. So
You are.
let's skip past that one. The Herald then is going to attack the unit. Hitting you on a 4. He's going to poison you once.
Yep, and his strength is now 5 or 6? 6.
5.
So it becomes 5, so I don't get my armour, so straight to my walls. 2+. No, 1's dead.
Classic. Cheeky 1 point on the tally.
So I'm just going to put 1 on that there, on the unit filler for the minute.
Then I have...
I'll put 3 on it, makes more sense because we're doing winter money.
Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because 1 is the champion who died. So 3, 5. Then 6 behind because of the guy behind the Herald. 7, sorry, because the guy behind the champion as well, and then another 7 because of the guy behind them.
Yep.
All on the unit. 5's a poison because of Epidemius' Locus.
Yep.
4, 5, 6 poisons, and a lot more normal hits this time. And 2 strength. No, not 2s.
3s. Strength 4 now.
4, yeah.
Because of the Frostheart.
Not that it matters.
Not
5
that it
more, so 11 in total. So you should probably fail 2. Yeah.
6+ armour first.
Yeah, so you actually probably won't. Probably only lose 1. Oh wow, God, I wish I'd got through your armour.
And 2 up walls. All of those.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Okay, and then sideways we have 3 plague bearers. Attacking the Sea Guard.
The 5's a poison, 4's a hit.
So 1 hit, 1 poison, and
3s.
1 more.
2 6 pluses. No,
No.
2 die.
Epidemius, I think, is the only one left. I think he himself even has 3 attacks. He can only attack Frostheart. Oh,
Yeah, he can attack Wild Lines.
He's going to attack Frostheart though.
Thought he might.
Yeah. So on a 4, 5's a better. No, okay, 1 hit. He's strength 5 basic, which is effectively his strength now.
Stays at 5 because of +1/-1, so 5s.
1 wound.
So
-2.
I don't get my armour, do get my ward though. 4+. No, fails it.
And then his Palanquin, which has 5 attacks, I believe. 6 attacks. My. I'm doing the Palanquin out of an attack. So, hitting on, you're not level 7, are you?
I'm 6.
No. So hitting on 4s, 5s are poisoned.
6 are poisoned for that one.
The Palanquin might not be poisoned.
The Palanquin doesn't have poisoned attacks.
Because it's Nurgling, so I don't believe it has poison attacks.
It doesn't, it's just a case of whether his Locus gives them poison. It doesn't, does it? It just adds 1 to it. So it will just be 3 hits, 3 6. Absolutely outrageous again.
No, it specifically says poisoned attacks. Hit on wound on a 5+.
So yeah, so 3 hits. So 6s again. Because these are
strength 3.
Strength 3 again.
1 wound.
Still 1 though. So 5+ armour. Yay, on the crown. So you still managed to do 4 wounds in that combat.
I did.
And you have a banner.
A banner.
Because you don't get the ranks. So your score is 5.
You did.
I charged you.
You did.
In the flank. And you know it, ladies and gents, down that hill, we've got 3 ranks this time.
You
so
did.
1, 2, and 3. We did a wound in the challenge.
You did.
And we did
4 other wounds.
5 other wounds.
That's
4 other wounds.
Challenge.
Sorry.
Yeah.
4 other wounds, and we haven't done my Thunderstomp, so let's quickly do that.
Yeah.
So Thunder for 3. Not better than a 3 in the game.
No.
2 wounds though.
3++. 1.
Have another 1. So that is going to mean you lose combat by 7. So your leadership 2.
2. Double 1 would be nice there.
Double 6 would be even better.
Anything but a double 6, I'm relatively happy with.
Yeah, you've got the bodies.
Yep, it's not 6.
7, so you take another 5.
3. Very much like Undead, you do start to lose a lot of guys when you lose combats.
And then the combat up here with the Phoenix Guard.
Yes.
So we'll have to see, but we're going to need some better dice than we've been having here. So we've got 5 in the back rank.
Got a lot more dice this time.
6 in the middle rank, and we've got 6 attacks in the front rank with the Phoenix Guard. Now these, I'll do the wizard quickly. Why not? Treat herself. She misses.
She misses.
Yes. What's right first? She hits.
Need that 6 again. No.
So.
Not great.
Need a venom thicket.
Yeah, not bad.
And 6s, so needs to be straight to your ward save. Just 1.
Wow.
Yep, even that below the odds again. Very hard work, and then you pass the save.
So
I'd really like someone to count up your ward saves in this game.
did I go 2 flies on the wizard to try and kill her?
You certainly can.
Yes. 2 flies on the wizard. It went very badly when I rolled them first last time, so I'm going to go on the unit first. Damn it, I should have got on the wizard.
2 poison. So 2 3+ ward saves.
Oh.
It's another rank stripped.
That has also given me the 28 wounds required to match out my tally, so I now re-roll my failed ward saves.
So again, just goes to show if you can't kill Epidemius, you can't. Nothing's right off.
The 6 attacks from the flyers on the wizard.
Yep.
1 hit, 1 poison.
Yep.
Shocking from the flies.
And the hit on the 2
wounds.
So 2 4+ ward saves for her. She passes both.
And riders, so 2 riders on the wizard. 1 poison, 1 hit. Or it's a kill and blow.
So regular wound on a 4+. We're in a lot of trouble, ladies and gents. And the killing blow. Yeah.
Yay!
What can you say?
I don't think I've ever killing blowed anything that's like worth it. I've rolled 6s to wound with things that have killing blow, but not against anything that it ever matters. I'm very pleased. 1 more attack on the unit from the other rider, which is
a hit.
And a wound, and it's killing blow.
That's another failed wall save.
And 3 stumps on a 2.
So I've not passed a single wall save so far on the Phoenix Guard this turn. Let's see if we fail these 2 as well. We passed those 2. But we've been mullered in combat.
Yeah, that is quite big.
6. Your stomps? Did you stomp?
Those were the 3.
So 6 because of killing blow. And
7 for a banner.
Yep, and I've got a banner and a rank. So I lose by 5. I'm stubborn. Leadership 5. Steadfast. Sorry, leadership 7. Yeah. Leadership 9 even. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Are you okay?
No, I'm having a moment here. Leadership 9. So it's a steadfast.
James having some sort of episode there, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think I can quite convey how just insane these dice are at the moment. So, what could go wrong in your turn? You could fail your leadership test to March. You could get irresistible dispelled for the 4th consecutive turn.
3rd?
You could 4th.
3rd? I didn't dispel fire of convocation.
So like you didn't because I irresistible forced it. Tell a lie. So you could get irresistible dispelled for the 3rd time. You could fail 2 2+ wall saves on your regiment, and you could get your wizard killing blowed.
Foul 3 of 5 3+ wall saves on the Phoenix.
That would be correct. So and you could not kill anything sort of meaningfully.
I mean, well, probably
you could miss all your attacks with your Frostheart. You could have that sort of turn. So it's going well. We're staying in it, but I think the longer it goes on now, the more likely to get absolutely routed out.
I think this turn is going to be quite crucial for me to see how many or how sort of big this unit is after this turn. It's quite crucial for me.
No, I think it's going to be very big. So on that bombshell, I think we're going to pass the demons turn 5.
Yes. So, demons turn 5. The reinforcements from the demons are closing in on the flanks of the elves. So, I've got 2 charges to declare. A little bit of sort of decision making around who to charge into what. But I think I'm going to go the Beast Nurgle into the flank of the Phoenix Guard, and the Plague Bearer, I would call them the bus, they're more of a square, into the flank of the Lothern Sea Guard. So, the Beasts, they need a 7, they're 13 away. So let's see what they guess. They don't, they only go 2.
4.
And then the Plague Bearers, I'm not actually sure what they need, but I'm going to roll it. Not a double 1. Nope. So they're going to go like that. And they're going to go.
I already have words for that because that should have been surefire for you, to be honest.
At least one of them would have been nice.
Both of them really should have been. We're on. I felt the Plague Bearers was pretty surefire. That's pretty insanely poor roll.
But I've got no more units out of combat, so on to magic.
Magic.
See what the Reign of Chaos gives us. A 4, which I think is -1 ward save.
The wheels are coming off from a game that you've really hammered an excellent round into.
-1 ward save to a minimum of 6+, which gives me a 6+ ward save, not a 5.
Not good.
I do re-roll it.
You do, which means it's effectively about as good as a 5+.
But not great.
Which, when you roll them, is really good. So don't worry. Why are you stressed?
No spells to dispel.
No, I haven't got any spellcasters left either.
So, combat then.
Indeed. Where would you like to start?
Start with the flies. I think it might not actually make a difference, but we'll start with the rock flies.
Yep. So, I've got 6 in the front row for 6 attacks, plus champion for 7. 6 in the second row for 13 attacks in total, and then 14th attack with the last one at the back. So, these will hit on 4s because of the Mark of Nurgle.
You do get their rerolls though.
Which apparently they desperately need.
Yeah. That's better. A lot better.
So 10 hits. Changing the dice.
6 hits.
Only 6s to do. 2 as well. Very good. Very hot.
Listen to those crowns now. No.
You do reroll them though, mate.
No. So
that's pretty big because that kills a fly now.
The middle dude is not a champion, so that dude. No, it's all gone terribly wrong.
That was awkward.
So there's no characters for me to attack, so these are all just going on the unit. Hitting you on a 4, 6 is a poison. 2 hits. 2's to win. 2 wins.
So it'd be 2 3+ ward saves.
Still got that counter.
1 dead.
Just 1. And 2 riders. No. And 2 stomps. 2 wins.
So it's also hits, isn't it?
Yes.
So 3+ wall saves again. Oh, he double crowns it. Big, actually, really big fail in that charge there now. So you have got 1 wound and a banner, sir. I've got a rank and a banner.
And 2 wounds.
And 2 wounds. So you lose by 2.
I believe I'm leadership 7, because most demons that aren't characters are.
Yes.
I am leadership 7, so I'm just 5. 8, so 3 is a dead fly.
So if you're a musician. Yeah. Now I'm
feeling a lot more confident.
Well, I'm actually going to reform.
Thank you.
I'm going to just take 2 of these guys here and I'll pop them back. And this is one of those weird times where moving them to the back actually gives me more attacks than it did before. So they'll go there now, and I'll be able to get 4 wide in my turn. So should we do this one?
I think we probably better.
So I'm going to take my fear checks. I'll do the Sea Guard first. I remember their name. And they will pass just on leadership 8.
They leadership 8?
They are 8, yeah. Core Elves 8, and then Better Elves are 9.
Better Elves.
So Phoenix Guard are 9, and the characters and the Frosthearts are 9, because Frosthearts are Better Elves, because they're a big bird.
Ridiculous.
Big toucan. And then the White Lions, leadership 9.
Yeah.
They're okay too. So I suppose we'll have to look at it again. Epidemius can no longer escape my grasp, and neither can that 1 wound Herald. No. So it looks like my Battle Standard Bearer, in all of his joy, is going to erode the quality of his Sword of Anti-Heroes by declaring a challenge.
I am going to accept with Epidemius.
So here we go then. So be forced to hit him. Has he been saving up for this one? I don't think so. So re-rolling with ASF for 4 hits. Pretty
enough
good.
to kill him.
And he is going to be strength 6. And
So
you are
I'm 6.
6 now, aren't you? Yeah, so 4s.
Yes.
It's just the 1. It's heroic killing blow. No, I'm kidding. I made that up. I can't back that last part up.
So
6 plus?
Save. No, with a reroll. No.
So we got a wound on him, finally.
Yeah.
Not so good for us. And then we'll move on. So let's do the Sea Guard. Now, the Sea Guard are a little bit more healthy this turn because they didn't charge. They get an extra rank of attacks.
All of them? Or all of the ranks, at least.
Yeah, so they can. That's a good point. So I'm only getting 5 wide, aren't
I? 4.
4 now.
Because I'm only 2 ranks deep.
You are now, yeah. 1, 2, 3,
17,
and 4, and champ. So my tiny hands there. So 4s. And what strikes first? Rerolls.
And 6s.
And then just 6s will do. Another 3. Wow.
6 plus 4.
Literally leaping on the spears.
That's 1. Give me a reroll. That's another 1.
There they are, kids.
It's helpful.
So, White Lions go next. So we're going to have some fun here. Now, I can't attack Epidemius now because he is in the challenge. So I'm going to have to just go all out. So I'm going to go again on the Herald, see if we can finish him off. So 3 on the Herald. And I'm 8 wide because we reformed earlier.
Yeah.
And I have not got anyone in the back row now because that one would slide along. So we've got the 3 wins there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the unit there. And then there'll be an additional 2 sprawl in behind the BSB. So, on the regiment of Plague Bearers, let's try that. Not so good again. 3. Wounds are very good though.
5.
So 6.
6 plus. Ooh,
2. Watch him pass another one here, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Called it. Just won't die, will they?
3.
And on the Herald. The Herald is in a lot of trouble though.
Yeah.
And he's toughness, he's 6, so 4s. Less trouble, 2 wounds.
Probably enough though with the 6 up rerollable. Yeah.
Here comes 2 6s, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I told ya!
Unbelievable.
Your dice are, mate.
Unbelievable.
So, 4 attacks from the Frostheart on the unit.
Yeah.
4s. 3 hits. And these be 3s. 1 wound.
6 plus with the reroll.
So yeah, the Frosthearts have been appalling in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, they have.
So your attacks, sir.
Yes, so 2 against the Sea Guard.
Yep.
9
hit.
Oh, 1 hit, sorry.
1 wound.
Yeah.
So 6 plus armor save.
-1, yes.
Yeah, so 1 dead.
Yep. The Herald, that's not Epidemius, against the White Lions. 1 poison, 1 hit. 2 wounds.
So these are strength 5. So it's straight to my wall save on the White Lions. Pass both.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 into the White Lions. 3 hits. 3 poison, sorry, with 1 hit. 9.
No.
So just 3.
So 6 plus armor saves. He's only strength 4. Oh! And 2 plus wall save. Yeah.
And then Epi against the BSB. So his Palanquin's got 6 attacks. It's not poisoned, but it does hit you
4 times.
4 times.
And it is strength 3, so 4 is the wound, 6 is a killing blow. Just the 1 wound. So 3 plus armor save. How's it? 2 plus wall save. Passes that though.
And then Epidemius, can't remember if he's got an extra attack on the Herald, he does not.
So 4s, weapon skill 5. Just 1 poison. So, strength 5 now.
Yes.
So minus, so 5 up armor.
Yep. No.
And 2 plus wall.
No.
He's fine. So,
Thunderstomp from the Frostheart.
Thunderstomp from the Frostheart. That's a 5, ladies and gentlemen. He's so nice. That's alright, you rolled 2 ones. So 3 wounds in total.
3 6 up. No.
Reroll.
No. 3 dead. Which is a 1.
Right.
Turn for the demons.
So it's going to be a big win, I think, for the elves this turn. But it's whether you can double one it, I guess. So it's how many wounds?
3, 6, 8, and 1 to Epi 9.
So 9 wounds. We've still got them in the flank. We've still got 3 ranks, and we've still got 2 flags. Quite a lot. So you did a wound back to the Sea Guard.
I did.
In a poor display from you.
I did.
So you are in a lot of trouble.
I have a banner.
You have a banner, sir. So you are on 3, 6, 9,
-4?
13.
I'm on -4. So double one would be lovely. No, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is the whole unit.
Oh, that's huge, failing those charges there, and that's giving me a way back into
that I do believe is probably giving you the game
into the mess that is this game. So certainly unexpected, I would suggest. So I'm going to goo. I'm gonna goo. There you go. You got your wish. I don't know if you said it on camera, you said it off camera. You was like, I really wanted them to fall off that tray.
I do believe I said it on camera. I think everyone here and at home wanted them to fall off their tray.
I'd say this is a far better than I think anyone could have expected, shall we say, turn for the High Elves after the last couple. So
fouling those charges was huge.
Yes, it was.
For the demons.
And
both of them as well.
Yeah, it was particularly ridiculous. Plague Bearer one, that's a building up just elbow. It's really painful.
I think they needed like a 3, maybe a 4 to get in. Wasn't a lot.
It was not. So, with that bombshell dropped, I think we'll move into High Elves turn 5.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot get over the emotional rollercoaster that this game of Warhammer has been.
Oh, I know.
I've got to be honest.
What a turn.
This has been a great game of Warhammer. Because the stuff that's deciding this game at the moment is like, well, it's not the mistakes people are really making. It's I didn't get the dice roll that I should have got. I didn't get an average score. I mean, I didn't get a 5. It's put all this mess up on this Herald of Phoenix Guard. You didn't make what was it? 4 you needed there, and like 7 there. Wasn't a lot. And they're huge moments in this game. They are the huge moments. I'm possibly spoiling the debrief. Charges. I'm going to charge this Frostheart and this unit of Lothern Sea Guard into the Plague Bearers, and they're going to be doing it down a hill. And I'm going to love the shaking of the head. And these Ellyrian Reavers are also going to flank them. That combination now is so strong, minus in your strength, with the tally gone, your strength 3, I can weather that storm and I can put a barrage of attacks out.
And I basically no ward save as well.
Yeah, because you another rotten roll again last turn. Yeah. Now, a flank charge from the White Lions is obviously incoming into the beasts, as you knew, and that is all of the charges that we have today. Let's see if we can roll Scott McHugh charges and foul them all. So, the Sea Guard, I haven't actually checked these, if you wouldn't mind doing it, because my time is wedged.
They need not a double 1.
Yeah, 3. That'll do it.
That'll probably do it.
Now, the Reavers can't foul, and I think the Frosty probably can't as well.
No, he's good.
No, he's done an 18. He loves it. The White Lions might...
No, they're 6.5 away.
Oh, well, I'm not going to roll. Let's just save us all the formality. So I'm just tucking him over just so slightly. Pop him on the corner to corner. Again, big part of this is minimising the attacks on my Frostheart. Don't forget, he's only on 2 wounds, and now Scott's killing blow my wizard. I'm going to start to...
I'm going to take that dice and that white line away, so there's still actually 4 in that unit.
That's excellent. So... magic, I do need to roll it because a bit like Scott, I've still got bookkeeping, and that's the tally on my Frostheart. Not my tally. These guys are going to stay there. I'm going to stay there because you don't flee, so it doesn't matter. But if you did flee, it makes you take dangerous trains test. It would. So, but you don't, 'cause you're a demon. So. It's another +1 ward save. It's absolutely outrageous.
4 out of 5 turns.
4 out of 5 turns. Yeah, you should score it twice a game. So I've scored it basically double. absolute
And
BS.
it's not the end of the game yet.
Absolute nonsense.
Do you want to take your Safari counter off? Phoenix Guard as well.
I really don't.
If I get to attack.
I really don't want to, but I will. So I can't shoot, so we'll go for some straight hardcore to the floor combats.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the one on the hill, and we'll probably just work our way down, if I'm honest. So the Phoenix Guard. Now we're only getting 4 wide now. So 2 ranks, and we've got 2 at the back and a champion. So these will be 4s because of the Mark of Nurgle, as we've discussed. Wow, they have saved it for the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. They certainly deserve to miss those. And then they'll only need 5s now because the loss of Epidemius removes the Italian and brings them back down to toughness 5. 3 wounds, so it's
not to kill him.
It definitely is because you've only got a 6-up wound save.
With no reroll either. It is.
And it is enough to kill him now.
Thank you.
And I'll do their reform just to survey the very average game they've had, but managed to get themselves out of trouble at the end of it. So fear tests now. So I'm going to do the Reavers first.
Yep.
They're okay. Sorry. And I'm going to do the Sea Guard. They're also just okay on leadership 8.
Just about.
They were in BSB range though, which is why I did this one next. So lots of dice to throw. I'm going to start with the Reavers because they're strength 4. So 5 attacks, hitting on 4s because of the Mark of Nurgle. And always strikes first, lets me reroll.
Not bad.
Yeah, 4 hits is very good. Toughness 4.
Yep.
So 4s. 2 wounds.
2 6-up.
Wish you were a Dark Elf. With the 2 ones.
No.
Massive. Sea Guard then. So I got 1, 2, 3, and a champ. Again, I can't use that back row because my spears don't work because I charge. So 4s.
Charge down a hill as well.
Did charge down a hill, Scott. Because only I do that, apparently. That's a lot of misses, though. 2/3 of them.
Yeah.
They definitely have a very good second bite of the cherry, though.
Yeah.
And 5s this time, there's only strength 3. Very good roll. No, very good, I would suggest. 6, I've definitely saved all of my luck for the end of the game, I think.
2 pass.
That's probably it on the balance of play. You haven't passed any yet this turn, so... and then the Frostheart, he's got 4 attacks. He kept +1 wall save again.
He did.
So 3s become 4s.
4 hit.
4 hit. And 2s, she's strength 6. Soon as you can... 2 1s, there you go. As soon as you can rob that tally, though, it does make a huge difference.
Nope. 2 more dead.
Definitely seeing the power of the Frosty now as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're gonna have just strength 3 attacks back.
So I'm going to put 2 on the Frostheart.
Absolutely
I
right.
want to poison him and kill him. 3 on the Ellyrian Reavers, and I don't have a champion though in it, so 6 on the...
No, I burnt the champions there.
You did burn the champions.
Toasty!
So 3 on the Ellyrian Reavers. Hit on 4s, 1 hit. Winding on 4s.
I'm wound, so 5 up armour, because they're only strength 3. That is
pretty sure they're only strength
fail.
3. They are strength 4.
Yeah, -1 from
But
the
it's still
Frostheart.
4.
So
yes, yeah, of course it is, yeah. So 6 on the Sea Guard.
4 poison.
4 poisons, yeah.
So these will be 5+ armor saves. I passed 2 of those.
Not bad.
Very good.
And then we want those crowns again for the Frostheart.
He gets 1. Now 5 up armor save.
Yep.
No, and a 4+ ward save because he's still got it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And he loves it.
Well,
Just bringing that late game performance, isn't he? Thunderstomp.
Yeah.
For 4.
Oh, it's not bad.
Much better. I'll tell you, this since I castigated him publicly, he's really started to up his game.
Step up.
He's probably been watching some 20-0 tactics after his game. 3 wins there.
3 6-up what? No, 3 more.
This is where the double 1 comes in to save Scott. He's owed it. He's not had 1 in the game.
I've not, no. I've also not had a double 6, so...
That's like one of the beasts.
So, how much did I actually lose by? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 wounds, 12 for the charge, 13 for the banner, 14 and 15 for your ranks, and 16 because you charged down a hill, 17 because you're in the flank.
That's correct, sir. So, down the hill is in the flank.
I'm leadership 7, so I'm at -10. So, unless I roll a double 1, the entire unit is dead.
I'm going to make a noise if they die.
I mean, it wasn't a bad leadership test, to be fair.
It wasn't. It just wasn't.
It was not good enough.
Just wasn't what was required right now. I'm just going to take the Frostheart out because we know he's level with the front of that regiment.
Thank you. be significantly easier if I'd have magnetised the plate bearers.
Now these guys are actually all sort of jammed up in their position because they can't do a lot unless one of them overruns. So I'm going to reform the Frostheart, and I'm going to overrun the Sea Guard, and I'm going to reform the Reavers.
Okay.
So the Sea Guard are going to overrun a whopping 7. Boop. And that will free up my Frosty to turn them.
Menacingly look at those 4 beasts.
Reavers to turn. Yeah, to be honest, he probably doesn't fancy it.
Not on 2 wounds.
No, not with a wound. And he's going in the front, and unless you turn to face me, then maybe he fancies it more. Let's do the old 2x2. The beasts to go in 2x2.
Hurrah.
We've done that one before, me and Matt. And that leaves us with the combat over there. So I will take a fear check for my white lions, and I will pass that fear check on a 4. Now, you're on 40s.
I am on 40s, so you'll get
4 wide.
So what's that? 12,
and
13 attacks?
Champ will make way. Yeah. So this will be 4s.
That doesn't look too bad.
No, it looks very good actually, mate. And 3s.
3s, yeah, no tally for me. Ooh, well, pretty good.
Stealing that tally is so, once you get that off,
Yeah.
just
They do have a 4+ regen.
They do.
So they do have a significantly better save. Not that it's massively helped.
3, yeah. Big.
So my attack's back. It's on the white lines. 5 attacks. 4. No poisons. 3 hits though. And wounding on a 3. 1 wound.
So, strength 4?
Yes.
Yeah. So 6 up armour. Oh, he's done out the armour! Have a word with himself.
Unbelievable.
I'm afraid I charged you in the flank.
You don't get flanked against beasts.
I don't.
Because of their, I think it's their slime.
Yeah, slime trail.
Yeah.
I have 2 ranks, and I have 2 banners.
Yeah.
And I have 3 wounds. So that's a big 8.
8
for me.
I'm leadership -1. Oh! I mean, that's not bad. So 4 wounds effectively.
Yeah.
That is not bad.
Would you like to attempt to reform, sir? You would need to roll a double 1.
Yeah, why not? We'll give it a go.
I'll give it a try.
It's not going to happen, but we'll give it a go.
Oh, we said another go.
But not quite. Close, but no cigar.
Right, so that will finish up what was really a massively unexpected high of turn 5, with the game as in so topsy-turvy. I know there's probably going to be people at home being like, really? You really thought it was going to lose? Look back
at turn 4.
At turn 4 and just be like, if you make those demons charges, that shows you playing demons quality. You can still get around that banner.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, what you do to do that. But
without spoiling the debrief then,
we'll move on to Demons turn 6.
So, Demons turn 6. I mean, it's going to be the last Demon's turn, isn't it? Let's be fair. So, not a lot for me to do.
Roll to see what happens.
Yeah, no moving. So we'll go straight to the magic phase, see what happens in the realm of chaos. 10.
Is that +1 will save?
Might be.
Just in time when your unit's got 4 out regen, you get 4 out will save to go with it.
Yes.
Vary it, mix and match it. Just shout ward or regen as you throw the dice.
Yes.
Fun.
Yes, it is +1 ward save.
Okay.
Completely useless at this point in time, but we'll move straight on to combat.
I'm going to take my fear check.
Yeah.
I'm going to fail it. And my battle standard bearer is going to let me reroll. And I'm going to pass it on the reroll.
Boom.
So we're going to go 4.
And hit.
And 13 again. Let's see if it's a carbon copy of last turn, where we look to put you on 4s.
Yeah, very good.
Very good again from the White Lions. Proving why they're one of the top rated units in the game tonight at the end of this game. Oh, there you go. They had a little wobble there. 4 wounds.
So 2 of these are going to be ward saves. 2 are going to be regen.
Don't mark them out differently though.
That's alright, I still failed.
Oh, I hate it when you fail both your regens.
2 wounds there on beasts.
Yep.
How many attacks do you get back? That is 6 attacks in total.
Nice.
So, hitting you on a 4. That's 2 poison and 1 hit. 3 wounds in total.
So 3 6+ armor saves. No, it's failed all them. And 2+ will saves.
Oh!
Hey! Down 2, so I'm going to take this off now and pop a couple of white lines back on.
Before you do that, he's got his stomp as well, which I forgot last turn.
Do you want to do 2?
Yeah.
Quickly. 2
2
wounds.
wounds. Is that so? I hope he killed 2 and
6 plus armor save? No. 2 plus full save.
No.
Make the crowns. I'm just whilst I slip these on. Do you want to start working it out?
Yeah. So you have got me in the flank with 2 wounds, with 2 ranks
and 2 banners. The game of 2s.
You don't get a flank because I'm a beast of noble.
No, I don't.
I don't have to be in my flank. So I have 2 wounds. I lose by 4.
You do.
I lose 3. Those leaderships from last turn would be beautiful here. No, very much so. 6. So 3 wounds. That kills that beast.
So it appears that after all of this, we are going to have to play High Elves turn 6 after all.
And yeah, on to
let's do that now.
Last turn.
Right, well, it's going to be the final turn for the High Elves, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, because we're playing that more competitive game, I'm not going to be doing any charges.
No.
We have a quick chat off camera, and again, you can see, if I don't kill that beast of Nurgle, I've only got 2 wounds on that Frostheart. I'm risking giving those points away.
He is in the danger zone.
Yeah, 100%, and I don't want to give them away for nothing.
No.
Same with charging the Reavers in.
Yeah.
I don't want to give them away for nothing. Phoenix Guard have blocked them too far away. So let us do some magic, just for good etiquette, to see what the Phoenix gets.
Yeah, see what he gets.
And that is a 5 and a 1. So the Phoenix will be on +1 strength. Would have been not bad. Roll if he had gone in.
No.
And we'll do the fear check now, because we're going to move straight into combat. So fear for the Lions. They just pass on 9. So here we go. 4s to hit. Is there another twist in the toe? It doesn't look like there's
not really.
does it? Not with these guys.
And here you were bleating earlier.
I was bleating.
Another 7? 6?
Another 6. I was bleating.
Right, so 3 ward saves.
I just realised we could do it. 3 regens. He's passed all his regens.
Those only actually taken away. That obviously the ward and the regen, they're both 4+. We've got +1 ward save.
We're just having good fun.
Yes, it's very, very late. We're just having a laugh at this point.
We are.
My attack's back.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting those. But I get.
I don't think with my dice any of us are expecting those there.
No. So hit on 4s.
1 hit.
Chip charge Froststone. No
way. Wounds, I should have.
Which is a wound.
So 6+. 2+.
No.
Yeah, he's fine.
So you have 2 banners, you have 2 ranks, you have a wound. I lose by 5. I'm leadership 3. I
might not hit him.
No, you might not.
I need to roll a 6+.
6+.
No, I don't get it. He passed it.
What a
so
hero.
I don't get his points.
What an absolute hero.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes turn 6 of this game. And that concludes the War Council report with Daemons of Chaos and High Elves.
Yes.
So let's do it in the debrief, as they say. Well, after a very up and down game and a crazy finish where we still couldn't kill that last beast of Nurgle, the filth still roams the land. The High Elves managed to eke out. See, again, it feels like a much bigger win than it really looks on the table. It's an 18-2, so 1,675 points in it. But again, it's that classic Warhammer frazzled units holding up massive points.
Yeah, the Frostheart very near the end.
Very close. Yeah.
Phoenix Guard particularly not far. I reckon another turn of a full unit of beasts with the tally would have probably seen the end of them.
Yeah, 100%. And again, not getting that charge on the Sea Guard, so easy to kill. So big. So talking of big moments, I mean, I've got my big moment, and I think my big moment actually was when you failed all those charges. I've got to be honest. For me, that was the biggest moment of this game. Closely followed probably by when I failed the Phoenix Guard charge, which is probably the second biggest moment, which put me right on the sort of that took me a long time to get back from. I don't know if I think we pretty much agree today, don't we?
Definitely. If I had to pick a different one, then I would say the sort of turn before that, which actually gave me the option to make both those charges, which is you failing the march check and me dispelling the Walk Between Worlds. So you couldn't use the Ellyrian Reavers to redirect one or both of those units.
I definitely ribbed you about rolling total power dispels, like dispelling on total power. But the thing that's crucial in this as a learning point, it's always great fun to rib each other. But if you're watching this at home and you're thinking, well, what's so competitive about the game. He's picking the right things to dispel.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are crunch moments in there where Scott chose not to dispel Apotheosis on the wizard, for example. Yeah. Great decision. That's potentially game winning, and on another day it should have been game winning for you.
Because I've got Killing Blow at that point, so I could get away with just doing 1 wound to her anyway. Yeah. She's quite squishy.
But she's not tough.
She's toughness 3. She's got a decent wall save, but she's only toughness 3, so I felt confident that I could get those wounds back off of her.
And also, I'd passed a lot of wall saves on her by that point. You do think at some point the luck's going to run out, you know.
Definitely.
So, I think you're right. That was a huge moment. From a favourite moment point of view, then, what was your favourite bit?
Probably the Killing Blow on the wizard. To be honest, I mean, how could it not be?
I don't know.
It was amazing.
That was hard. That was a hard pill to swallow. Even this serene visage was struggling to hold that one down. But,
it's the classic. You pass the ward save against the one that does 1 wound. You know you're going to fail the one that does it against Killing Blow.
I think for me, pecking off, he's getting in there with the old. That was great. I'm sure someone will screenshot me doing that like weird bird face. But that was awesome. Yeah. I just think those moments, even in like a competitive game, they're what make it really, really fun. I mean, ultimately, Warhammer is meant to be fun as well, isn't it? But I think that in some ways, the demons are really close here tonight. I think that they probably got robbed, really, because you exploited the things that went wrong for me really well, and then you got caught out on just dice.
Yeah, but I mean, equally, you did the same. You exploited the fact that I didn't make those charges with wiping out my units.
Use that hill.
You used that hill
really well. Upset that hill.
I don't think there was a single charge you made, bar maybe the White Lines and the Frostheart, that didn't involve charging down that hill.
It's just it's just good hill placement.
But like you say, like you said, and I'm not sure actually if you said it on camera or not, but you know that I have to come to you. I've got no range. I've got no magic at all. You know I've got to come to you. Make use of it. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, and again, denied flank for High Elves is really strong. And I'm looking and going, like, 1-to-1 frontage, you've got massive frontage, which is quite unwieldy. I've got tight frontage, putting out very similar numbers of attacks.
Yeah, because of that martial crouch.
Yeah, 100%. So from that point of view, playing that denied flank, playing tight, that's really good for me. And it did help me, even when I got into bother, by having a good foundational position, I could always was never 100% out of it. So I think you were a bit unlucky there. I mean, from that point of view, what do you think you'd do differently?
Not roll a double 2 and a double 1 for those charges.
Yeah, that was pretty
But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't really... Thinking back actually towards earlier in the game, I don't think from sort of turn 3 onwards, I don't really think I did anything wrong. But that turn when you made all those charges and you found the one with the finger side, I was just too far forwards.
Yeah, you were a bit.
And the Furies were too far forwards to get charged by those Reavers.
Reavers got such incredible reach. It's really over. It's so easy to underestimate it, if you like, because it feels so over the top. I think, we talked off camera about the Beast's position. Yeah. It actually turned out to be really strong because they're available in the late game. And had they made that crucial charge, I think it'd been really solid. And the Flyers performed really admirably there. So I don't think that, I think you're absolutely spot on. I don't think that was a wrong set of decisions.
But a different day, it could have been. The Beasts were very sort of chored up behind that second Plague Bearer block.
I certainly think that, from my point of view, I would have allocated my power dice in those early turns differently. And actually, I think I picked the wrong spells. And it's saying I don't often sort of go right back to the beginning of a game and say, I think I should have I think I probably should have gone, not taken Walk Between Worlds, which is a phenomenal spell. Yeah. But in a game like this, where I was planning to play denied flank, tight frontage, I know it could have saved me later on, but I don't massively need it. I could have maybe got some other spell, maybe certainly looking at
Soul Quench?
Soul Quench, I could have used that to... My mouth is so dry, sorry, this room is so warm. Yeah. But looking at Soul Quench, I think really could have helped me reach out.
Yeah, and especially on the units like the Nurgles, the smaller units. Nurgle units, the Furies.
Yeah. And I think that would have just meant that maybe I could have made you make more difficult dispel decisions. Yes. And with that in mind, I could have then maybe exploited my item better. I could have looked at the Book of Hoeth and gone 4 dice, cast on Fiery Conflag, because I'm trying to stretch your dispel dice all the time. Yeah. Whereas I weren't stretching your dispel dice, and we sit down, we write tactics articles, we write videos on on how to play the Magic phase well, and then you get into a situation like this, And you can really easily do it, even when you're trying to play your best Warhammer, to think that grabbing the big handful is the best thing. And I think my spell selection was wrong, and I would change that. Yeah. That would be what I would do differently if I was in that same position, more than anything else. You know, I think otherwise it was okay.
I don't think sort of placement-wise anything on the table.
I was really untidy on that charge where I came down. So the first charge, if you watch it back, when I come down the hill with the White Lions and the Frostheart, and I do the overlap thing, and the Reavers.
It was the turn you failed the Phoenix Guard charge.
Yeah, the Phoenix Guard charge failed. I tried to sort of switch those two units around so that I could try and clip Epi's unit and do something different. And I was just overthinking that, being clever. But it got into a little bit of a mess on the table as well. And again, because we're two competitive gamers, and because we you know, look at each other's play and go, you know, if Scott's looking at a gap, I know he's going to fit. If James is looking at a gap, Scott knows I'm going to fit. So, but I think that there could have been an argument there on another day that I couldn't have fit, you know, because I messed about my placement being too clever. So I think that, you know, that was also a good lesson just to take 2 minutes. I got a bit excited. So I think that was probably another thing I'd do differently as well, just tidy that up. But yeah, I mean, wow, I've just harped on, haven't I, really? But this was a really cool game, actually.
Yeah, it really was a lot of fun to play. It was the first game I've had, actually, with the Demons in their full Nurgle glory.
Yeah, that's correct.
And it was a lot of fun. It was probably one of the hardest matchups they'll ever face,
100%.
realistically. Because it's a top-tier army, all of
that.
It really is. And Botwood White Lions High Elves is probably their single hardest matchup.
I honestly think that High Elf list is one of the best High Elf lists in Warhammer. I think that's so good at dealing with most things. You've got two really strong units that are flexible, that have good movement, that do big damage. You've got the monsters. Great,
fantastic monsters.
Great chaff, good access to spells. I mean, I took the Skycutter today. But I wouldn't, you know, if you were really maxing out, you'd probably just take a second wizard, level 2, maybe on life with the White Lions. That's pretty good. Obviously, when you've got the Botwood in tow, you don't need it against
you
demons.
You don't really need it, no. But yeah, I mean, for the Demons to come this close against their hardest matchup,
100%.
What would have been quite a significant win had both of those charges come.
I think it would have been probably an 18 the other way. Yeah,
very possibly. I think, I'm very happy with how they did, actually. Really, really pleased.
Well, and on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, to quote other BBC car shows are available. I'll just get that in there now. On that bombshell, we're going to leave you for another day, if you will, in the War Council. Thank you for joining us at triplecrownwargaming.com. Make sure you head back to the Night of the Realm mustering ground to check out all the other exclusive content. And remember, you can download the Triple Crown GT pack, which we used for our game tonight, from the download section of the website. Remember to tag your friends and like, subscribe and share today. What are you doing, mate?
I'm sharing.
It's not that sort of sharing, mate.
Oh. Head over to triplecrownwargaming.com and come at Night of the Realm today.